Unless we're the reliable sources.
I'm not sure we are reliable yet.
Maybe just point sources. I want to call you guys reliable.
I mean, I'm kind of reliable.
You just like want food all the time and you just pick everything up.
Yeah.
I guess that's reliable because you know what your strengths are.
Exactly.
Food and strength.
And fixing shit. So not computers.
That sounds about right for what's happened. Yeah.
What?
Everything's just getting worse every
Yeah.
year. Urgent meeting. Who did what?
David, what is
Yeah, David, what'd you do?
Hey,
I built droids.
how many droids did you lose?
I don't know. I'll find out.
Oh, we'll talk about it. I had to. Hold on now.
I built some droids to help operate the ship. I built names.
They're all cynical and lazy.
4 of them. At least most of them are cynical and lazy.
That's terrific. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That reminds me of
cynics here.
That reminds me of Hades from the first campaign.
The assassin droid you guys had and used all the fucking time. I never should have allowed that.
You should not have. Yeah.
It was my first time. I didn't know a lot of stuff, so
I also
I'm trying
have
to stick away
a
from
droid
the
myself.
stupid, powerful stuff.
He is,
I'm trying to.
it's not as fun.
Yeah.
He was a nemesis, but he is also lazy, and he doesn't. And you get 2 setback on every order because.
Sorry for that. That's my fault.
Yeah.
So we pan down to Utapau. You guys did discover a cave system between the 2 sinkholes, so you guys could go through to the butcher crash site. It was very hard to get through because of the Nos monsters, but you know. So you guys have been there a month, and you guys had a lot of problems. First, right off the bat, 2 X-wing pilots left. They deserted.
Where'd they go?
They didn't want any part of this.
Take the X-wings with them?
Yeah.
Damn it!
Oh, the horse.
Another one of the scouts in the X-wing died during a storm and crashed. Nos monsters make it hard to explore the butcher, and the Amani headhunters tend to hang about watching you guys. Because you're down in the sinkhole, there's poor communication problems down there, and the droids are very ineffective.
Sorry.
You guys are low on medical supplies. And the your guys' ship's communications and security measures are on the fritz, and you're just low on parts and tools, and morale is low due to hiding and loss of the quasar, and the whole situation. And there's been a couple close calls, like Sugi arms dealers and Amani headhunters have nearly alerted the base. A resurgent destroyer once crossed over the sinkhole. And a dark Jedi visited Utapau, prompting Triton to kill him to prevent you guys from being found out.
Probably a good idea.
But in good news, some droids have been made to help out, even though they are cynical and lazy. And that transport that you guys stole from the First Order has new engines, so it's usable now.
Good thing we actually took it.
Yeah.
So, Vice General Figs has you guys in the meeting room, and you guys are being served food.
Good food or?
Yeah, it's what you can get, really.
Hey,
Thanks to Zodas, you guys have gotten some alright stuff. Figs is talking about how we need to do something soon. Been here a month. We don't really have a plan.
Nope.
And he's thinking of splitting up the forces so that way you guys can't all be destroyed all at once.
It's probably a good idea.
I guess.
But what about the villager? Like, how are we going to man it?
Didn't you refer the droid brain?
Yeah, I did, but
Still need operators at least.
still need some. I only built 8 more droids.
I mean, he doesn't want to do it as much as he wants. It's just a tough situation. He thinks it's better to cover more ground.
Hear me out, y'all.
So thoughts?
I swear to God, if you say potato farm.
The look on his face.
I will burn it to the ground, and you know I will.
You would.
Perhaps
I swear to
we
God.
abandoned the vendor.
What?
No.
No,
Sell it first.
sir.
What? No.
To who?
I was like, the only people who are gonna want it is the first order.
Are you
Loot.
sure? Luke would probably love
Okay,
it.
we're
Fuck
definitely
that,
not giving
no.
this to
We've already given. You've already given enough of our shit to him.
Luke.
I assume your 80,000 credits also went to him.
That disappeared. Maybe. It's not exactly my choice, though.
What's your choice? I hand over the brain one.
Then abandon the Minotaur, not necessarily like sell it.
What was
but,
I gonna
like,
do
hide it.
surrounded by
No, you have to,
guards?
like,
I was
hide
trying
it.
to-
Yeah,
to
like,
him in the
hide
first
it.
place with it.
Or
Yeah.
potentially, if need be, scrap the bitch.
We don't.
Because all you guys would have left is that one transport that doesn't even have weapons on it and the crewing drift.
Okay, just kidding. We're not abandoning the Minotaur.
So, as you guys discuss the plan, a scout comes in as Zexto, claiming that 3 ships have just entered orbit, and they appear to be some kind of old ship.
Some kind of old ship.
Yeah.
Really specific there, Scout.
And they pull up a hologram. It's a munificent frigate, a Providence class dreadnought, and a what say you? One of these?
What the fuck?
It's the malevolence.
Is that really?
Yeah, there's the malevolence.
It's a,
Fish ship.
it is a subjector class heavy cruiser.
Okay, we want it.
Do you know how much more difficult that would be to man than
I
a
don't
vinegar?
give a shit. We want it.
And a transport is coming down seeking to land.
us, or just-
How
Yeah,
big-
with you guys.
How big is the
How do they know that
transport?
we're here?
It's a small, like a Nemoidian shuttle.
Alright, we allow them.
How do they know that we're here?
Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter, they're gonna land anyway.
I mean, do you allow them to land or
Yes.
blow them out of the sky?
We don't have
No.
the firepower to blow them out of the
I'd
sky
say
and deal with those
to-
ships.
I think we should say to allow for clearance, state how they knew our location.
Because they're part of the hack movement.
Alright, let them land.
And out of the Nemoidian shuttle comes a super tactical droid,
Oh, fuck.
a red and black one.
So wearing a hat.
No.
Damn it.
We have a hat.
And he identifies himself as Axis, and he brought ships thanks to V, your guy Zach's character, who's been helping them out. There was a huge raid on one of the old separatist shipyards, and they stole these, and so V gifted it to the drifters. Those 3 ships.
How did the Empire not take move those things apart?
So let me tell you what you have. You have, besides those 3 ships, you have 322 Vulture droids, 120 Tri-Fighters, 48 Hyena bombers, 60,000 B-1 battle droids, 40,000 B-2 super battle droids, 10,000 droidicas, 8 Separatist landing craft, 3 Nemoidian shuttles, 10 AATs, 15 Persuader droid tanks, 2 droid gunships, 12 boarding ships, 3 Hellfire tanks, 12 MTTs, a mobile Separatist command center, and 3 tactical droids.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take all of that, and we're gonna find the most heavily occupied first order planet.
No, no,
and
no,
take
no,
it
no,
over.
no,
We're not ready.
No,
No, I think
No,
that
no.
would be awesome,
No,
and
no.
I think it'll work.
We don't
You
want to
really
lose
think
any
that
of
would
that.
work?
How long would it take us to get the malevolence up to full, like, ion, like, turbo, laser, whatever, like,
Well, you can use it. It's just all of these are manned by skeleton crews. Well, also like kind
so,
of
like,
the
the
droids.
malevolence's ion cannon, like, works?
Yeah.
Y'all.
Well, it's not the malevolence. It's just a subjector. So you guys are free to name these 3 ships.
Okay, so, like, but it's got an active...
Yeah, it's got an active ion
okay, we have
cannon.
to fucking use it.
I mean, yeah, but we should have been the most heavily
Well, then let's
controlled.
find a shit ton of first order Star Destroyers, take them down,
Or
occupy them, and steal
We
them.
could do the tactic that was used in the Fulmars where we pick off lone Star Destroyers and just completely destroy them.
Or we could keep them for ourselves.
Also that, but we'd have to clear out the entire Star Destroyer people.
I don't see that problem. That problem. We've got like 40,000 droids.
Seeing as, I'm saying, with Tristan not allowing us to do that in the last campaign when the Star Destroyers were half the size of a Star Destroyer, I think it would be more
Then
difficult in this campaign.
fine, then we can
Say goddamn potato farm.
So, some of your other soldiers come in and they received supplies from various third parties. So the hat movement also gave you guys earbud comlinks,
Ooh.
which require hard perception checks to be noticed. 2 surveillance scanners, a boot blade, and a crate of thermal detonators.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Should we
25 to be exact.
Woo!
So,
I don't wear boots.
do you guys think we should each like take 2 and keep the rest on the ship or something?
Probably.
Yeah.
Which ship? The Venator?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Cole Zire, that museum curator, sent you some ship attachments, a retractable weapon system to hide all the guns, and a mobile listening post, which expands on your range of sensors.
Okay.
Thanks to the efforts of Borrelia, the Order of the Black Cloak sent in some supplies.
Hell yeah.
1 pain dampener, which helps. I think you get like. I think it's like upgrade the difficulty to
Torture.
resisting the pain or torture or whatever, something like that. 4 cortex bombs, which are planted in the brain and then it's an instant kill.
Those are so cool.
So, if any of you want to have those in you,
This is a good guy campaign.
Can I keep a couple? I don't want them in me. I just want to like have access.
1 shadow cloak, which what that is it disguises you and it requires like a daunting perception check.
Dibs.
And it's essentially it's used to hide yourself, and it's kind of based off of what Chronal from Legends. He used a shadow cloak to disguise himself, and he looks like basically this is what you look like in a hologram. Like people can't tell what you look like, and your voice is disguised and all that, so no one knows your identity.
Wait, is it like a holo shroud kind of thing?
Well, it's only for the hologram. It's not like you wear it. Oh, I don't think, I could be wrong, but that's just something they gave. And they also gave you 6 aphide crystals, which if you bite into them, you kill yourself.
So cyanide.
I'll
Yes,
take 2.
basically.
Not take 2. Is that what you said?
Well, I mean, it's 1 for each of you guys.
Fuck yeah.
And then there's gonna be 1
Death
for
crystals.
Zach. Basically, it's like a daunting resilience check, and it's like you take 10 damage per threat, and then like you get 1 crit.
So you're guaranteed to die.
And yes, like every threat is like plus 40 on the crit table. And I won't even roll, to be honest. I'll just straight up murder you.
So like, if I wanted to slip that in somebody's like food, how like hard of a cell check would that be? No, I'm just like legitimate. Like.
It just depends on the situation.
Fair enough.
Or
Get them drunk
similarly,
first.
would we be able to
Like,
mid-combat use one of our actions to shove it into someone's
Oh my! And just like chomp their cheek teeth real quick.
Yeah,
Like a dog.
but that's probably a war crime. And then the
Oh,
Wanderer
no.
gave you guys diplomatic authorization
Ooh.
to help you guys
Sexy.
talk with foreign governments.
Guys, we're getting legit.
And then so right now for you guys, just to let you know, up on reputation of the galaxy, you're only neighborhood scale because yeah, you have a lot of stuff, but no one knows who you are.
That's fair.
So
We
like,
barely know who we are.
yeah.
Kind of.
Making it up as we go.
Yeah.
Guys,
I could be our mascot.
You
I'm
can
fine
hold
with
your
that.
potato when you're in our team pictures.
I need everyone to make a daunting resilience check.
No,
1 red die.
it's a hard pass, bro.
What
Too
just
bad.
happened?
Daunting plus 1 red.
So 3 purple and a red.
You said resilience.
Yes.
I'm fucked.
Honestly, same. Shockingly,
1 success, 2 threat. 2
Okay.
threat.
Okay.
shockingly, it is only 1 threat.
3 success, 3 threat.
2 success,
fucking
5 threat.
Okay.
I have terrible luck today.
You're gonna die.
I got really lucky. Thank you for giving me your luck.
3 success, 2 threat.
Whatever threat you got, that's your strain right now.
Ouchie.
I didn't mean I lost this much.
Yeah, that's how much string you lost.
So 1?
Yeah.
Confusion.
Why did I have headache?
I don't
It's
know.
okay, Mike.
Well, why don't you
Perception check.
figure it out. Yeah.
Perception
Mhm.
check.
I guess do a hard one.
Does someone have a scanner?
Didn't we just get some?
It's a surveillance scanner.
2 threat on the perception check.
You don't see anything.
2 success, 2 threat.
Okay.
1 success, 2 threat.
What's the difficulty check?
Just hard.
2 success.
Well, Greg, since you tend to think with your stomach a lot, you're guessing it came from your food.
Who
Poison.
just gave us food?
The general.
No,
Asshole.
he didn't. Just a droid. The droids that you guys built just came in and
David,
just
what the
gave it.
fuck are you doing?
Your droid.
Cock! I run to the cook.
I don't think my droids would have poisoned us.
I run to the cook.
They're too lazy to poison
So
us.
you go over to where
Yeah.
there's like a couple cooks, one of them being Fulvis, and she's like, "What?
I told you guys, we can't fucking trust this woman.
Yeah,
Like,
did you just try to
100%.
poison
We
us?
just need to fucking kill her.
No? Why would I
Who's
do
the
that?
other? Who's the other?
We've been using all the authorized crops. You can check it yourself. You can
Nate.
check everything."
Can I
You're
look
the
at those
farmer here.
crops and try to?
This is
Oh
true.
yeah, you are the farmer.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, this is true. All the crops that I was growing were perfectly fine. So
Wait, did you grow these crops?
Fulvis,
What?
we're gonna kill her.
Who's
right?
the other? Who's the other? cook?
Just one of the rebels who just was a former cook
Alright,
before
we're gonna
joining.
detain her and
Can
grab the
we-
other rebel. We're gonna
can we do
interrogate.
anything when we're questioning her right here to like see if she's lying? Like look for any tells.
Run back. Grab food. Come back.
Make her eat it. Sorry.
Can I use
Really?
Presidio
We
myself?
do that.
Yeah.
She's like, you just told
What
me
do I
it's
see?
poison. Why would you want me to eat it?
Okay, you see a. You know what? I should. I'll just email it. I'll just send it to you.
You said something.
I did up my control on it.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Okay. Do we have antidote? No, we do it. Let's go to the medical bay. See if we can.
I don't think I have anything.
I have one in medicine, and one of the droids I built has medicine
Okay.
as well.
Hey guys, let's go find a probe droid.
A pro.
Probe droid!
Okay.
Why?
Do we have any probe droids?
Yeah.
Probe droid!
Why?
Foresee.
Wait, your probe droids? Didn't you build a probe droid?
Yeah, but they're not been programmed. Because you were spending all the time programming yours and losing 80,000 credits.
Did someone else program your probe droid then?
Tristan didn't run by me, so no.
I would have said something.
I
Exactly.
would've said something.
So nothing happened with my probe droids.
Maybe.
That have just been built, but nothing's been done with them.
Sorry, I was trying to build droids to help the ship. It's better than it could have been.
Yeah, but no, I got I think 2 probe droids just sitting there, not programmed or some shit.
Well, probably when we go to hyperspace. We can probe
Okay, so let's bring Fulvis with us and the cook while we go search for this probe droid because I still don't trust them.
Did they eat any of the food? Fulvis or the cook?
No, not yet.
To be fair, it's
I look at
They were serving you guys first, and then they were about to
Yeah.
prep for everyone else.
Okay, so we're gonna take them with us.
We don't want anyone else getting sick.
Okay.
Or hurt.
No,
Okay.
I'm gonna stand there. They can do their duties. Like other people sick both die. Yeah, if other people get sick, they both die because I'm
Okay.
watching them.
I like it.
That's fantastic. What? Okay. What happened to your mom and sister? I forgot. I need to write that down.
They got blown up.
Oh, they're dead?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, did you see that?
No.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Like, you're 100% certain?
Yes.
Okay.
I was told by like the police people right after I got released, like your family's dead. They blew up.
Oh, okay.
Crooked
Like,
cops,
shit blew up?
No, like this is like it was another gang. They're dead.
Oh, okay.
So the cops are on your mom's payroll. Got it.
Got it.
I mean, right now I'm in full rage mode because they fucked my food. This is the only reason why I'm not like terrified right now. Cause I'm in like mad rage.
What do you guys want to do?
Let's go see if we can find a probe droid or whatever. Kind of want to go to the medical bay and see if we can scan us and determine if anything's wrong
Can I
with us.
inspect the food
Okay.
as well?
Well, 2 of you need to go. One goes to the med bay to see what's wrong. One goes to check the food. Probably you.
Yeah.
2 of us should probably go try and find that fucking pro droid that I saw in my vision fleeing.
Okay.
Well, if it's
That
fleeing,
sounds
we're
good.
not gonna find it properly.
All right,
Yeah,
Nate, do a
doesn't mean
perception
that's
check in that food. Just do a hard one, please.
Did anyone besides us eat the food?
No.
No,
Not yet.
They're about to make the food for everyone else. That's what it's like. Morale's already low enough. Don't deny people food. That's not good.
Question. Did the general eat? Was it like
He didn't.
all of-
Yeah, he was talking to you guys.
Okay, so
5
Yeah.
successful advantage.
Yeah, you found poison.
In the food?
Yeah, in the
What
food.
kind of poison?
Just some kind of poison.
Tell us that you found
You might want to tell me since
Yeah.
I'm watching the cooks make food.
Okay, I'll tell you that I found poison.
Wait, cook.
Can
What?
you bring the
All
poison
food
to me
poison.
in the medical bay?
Don't make.
Sure.
Okay.
See if I can.
Well,
You
from
live for
my
now.
inspection, can I determine like how the poison was put into the food?
Yeah. Just from the 5 success, it looks like it might have been like injected.
Like, can I tell at what stage? Or since I'm like familiar with crops and food and stuff.
Well, it wasn't like in the crops and stuff. Like it was when they were like. It looked like it was like when they were cooking. Like it was mixed in.
So all the food is contaminated. Or just in the kitchen.
All the
Just in
food-
the kitchen.
Okay. Go tell
Okay, I'm gonna.
people.
You're watching the cooks, right?
Yes, I'm still in the kitchen watching the
I'll
cooks.
tell you and keep an eye on them, but don't roughhouse them yet. And I'm gonna take the poison to David to analyze it.
we should probably also tell the general, hey, guess what?
You want to go tell him?
Yes.
All right. Well, you go in there, and you see him writhing on the floor.
Okay, well, he's dead.
I'm gonna pick him up and I'm gonna dash myself.
Did he not hear us say like the food might be poisoned when we were in there?
That's a good question.
Before we ran off?
Wait, check the room.
This guy
Is
a
there
dumbass?
a droid in there?
Is there a what?
Probe droid.
No.
Okay, so it was definitely gonna pull with him.
Okay.
Can I do a perception check to figure out where this probe droid is?
If you want to make a hard one with 3 setback die, because you don't even know where to start.
That's fair.
I guess at the kitchen.
Yeah, I would start at the kitchen and then.
The kitchen's just like a little outside area, that, like a little makeshift outside kitchen area.
Okay, 3 setback. 4th right.
You have no idea.
Cool. I'm just gonna like start walking around the hallways between the kitchen and where we ate the food at,
Okay.
and look for signs of a probe.
A floating probe droid
Yes,
that just
exactly.
doesn't leave traces.
Exactly.
It's a very clumsy probe that kept running.
Wonderful
I
job!
have no other way to contribute to this.
It's a very clumsy probe that kept bumping into stuff.
No.
You could go tell. What are these rebels? Soldiers, wannabes, smucks.
What I want to tell everybody,
Try to-
because what if one of them is the one who poisoned us?
Well, we need to tell like everyone's like lunch is gonna be delayed a little bit.
No, we don't. They can
Well,
just wait patiently.
Yeah, we don't have to tell the majority of them. We already told them.
Yeah, but this isn't actual military,
Because
so
he
they
could
won't
probably
take
find
that shit.
something.
Okay,
Well,
try to.
We already
look for
told
a
the
probe
cooks
What?
to delay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hi,
poison
everyone.
Food.
Oh. He just like walks in. You're like, hey, look for poison. It's like,
Yep.
hi. How are you today? It's fine.
This chaos right now.
Chaos.
He like looks
What?
around and it's just like dead quiet. Yeah. Okay. You guys remind me a lot of these Jedi I used to work with.
Weird.
That's weird.
Really good.
You, both of you just somehow so successful, but so bad. It really makes no sense.
It's like the force is on our side.
With her, you guys.
I just make.
I had a rough childhood. I learned how to adapt. Cherish the moments we have.
Oh yeah, you're the one who freed the world.
And you.
Oh, Geonosians.
Or 4 dead species.
And Rebel says detected some ships coming out of hyperspace. First order.
Are they making a line in this direction?
Oh yeah.
We should probably leave, guys.
Everybody on that Malevolent ship.
Are we
Wait,
abandoning
how
the
many ships?
Venator?
How many? First
Looks like 6. 3 light cruisers, 3 heavy cruisers, 4 resurgent, and a dreadnought.
What the
We're gonna
fuck?
die.
Okay.
We need to go.
Yeah.
We got a lot of money in just us.
Well, there's also your separatist ships that are floating above your little hole.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's get all the stupid fucks out of here, up to the dreadnought that works, and let's just ditch. Oh,
Alright.
first fire down on the Venator and blow it up.
Why? The Venator still works.
Well, do you want to get the Venator up too and let's fucking go?
Yeah, because we're on
No.
the ground with it.
Then let's
Yeah.
just get in the Venator and fucking go.
Yes.
Have
What
the
is it?
new
Go.
ships follow us.
What are nearby systems that any uninhabited ones?
Alright, while they're trying to figure out our destination, I'm gonna round up everyone and get them on the ships.
No, they know your destination. Or sorry, they don't know your destination. I'm sorry. I was thinking location. I'm like, no, they know. The probe droid told them. Most
But I'm
likely.
saying, like, while other people are trying to figure out where we should jump to, I'm gonna wrap up.
What's your giving your goal in this?
My goal?
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Right now.
Yeah, as the first order is arriving.
Get everyone to safety.
Okay.
And make sure everyone gets on the Venator as a #1 priority, and make sure we communicate with our new ships where we're going.
Okay.
I'm gonna start chucking people on the ship and getting the thing off my line.
Nate.
Alright,
'Cause I'm still mad.
I'm already running on some people. I'm gonna send my buddy droids to climb up the ship.
Okay, and
I
David.
want to find a new location for us to get to.
Okay.
That's
And okay. I'm assuming Korean Drift and the transport are both in the Venator?
Yeah.
Okay. Time for
The Wheel of Misfortune.
no. Messages. Hate messages. Leave me alone, people. What? There we go. I gotta do a mass combat check.
We are on Utapau, right?
So are the separatist ships kind of like giving us cover?
Yeah. So let's see here. We have. I wrote down the numbers for this for a reason. Okay.
I don't remember what was on the other cards.
How many green? This many. How many purple? This many.
What about Quint?
Never heard of it.
There's an old Techno Union factory.
Yes.
I
It's like a rocky planet with lava.
Better than not.
Sounds cool to me.
Better than here right now.
gotta agree with that.
We could go ask the buddy droids what they would recommend. Since they're
Yeah.
for navigation and stuff.
That's probably a good
And
idea.
they're already on the bridge, so they could just help you input the coordinates.
Alright, well,
Yeah.
as you guys are evacuating, it's taking heavy fire. Just, yeah. What am I looking for here? Yeah, those ships are hella powerful.
Everything's gone.
Well, not necessarily. But your munificent transport munificent frigate is taking very heavy fire. You do see an advantage. You see that they have a couple first order like tankers near some of the ships, which are full of fuel.
So we should
Target those.
Target those.
Alright, I hop on one of our guns. And I'm gonna target the tanker nearest the most ships.
Okay.
What difficulty would that be?
I'm just doing a mass combat check as it's
Yeah.
just part of it. You do hit it, and it explodes, thus leaving kind of a path for you guys to escape.
Convenient.
Um. All right. And so you guys want to head to Keita?
Unless the buddy droids have a better idea.
Let me go to my galaxy map.
Dagobah's nearby, but Keita's off the all the trade routes, so that might be good.
Yeah.
Just want to leave.
Leave
Go
for
to Keita.
now. Regroup, prepare, and find a more permanent base. Also, we need to start establishing relations with the nearby systems.
By the way, did we get the Vice Admiral for the Monday?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Vice General Figs is very sick right now. They're gonna split off. They're gonna go a different way. So they're gonna still go with his plan, where they're gonna go somewhere else, and you guys are gonna be on your own.
Fine, that's smarter. We're bad luck anyway. Because we hold the plot development so far.
To be fair, we're not really the bad luck. They are, because we only got into that terrible chase sequence last session and then joined up with them.
This is true.
But you guys were choosing where to go. Anyway,
We have a direction to follow.
whatever. And
Following
so
the beacon that they told us to follow.
anyway, so you guys head into hyperspace. Sadly, the Munificent did not make it and was destroyed. And there was some damage to the Providence and the Subjector. So they divided up those ground forces onto each of those 3 ships. So 20,000 of those B1s, 13,000 of those super biodroids, and a third of those droidicas are gone.
Fuck.
Along
Why would
with
we use that many droids?
Constitution can't have us be too powerful.
And not to mention, you lost 2 of the Separatist landing craft, 1 of the Nemoidian shuttles, 3 of the AATs, 5 of the droid tanks, 1 of the droid gunships, 4 of the boarding ships, 1 Hellfire tank, 4 of the MTTs, and 1 of those tactical droids was destroyed.
Lovely. Why did we leave them hovering above our...
Because we were trying to we had too many plot threads going at one time. And just kind of like one tug and then everything unraveled.
Also, to be fair, if they hadn't been up there, then the Dreadnought could have just shot at us on the ground.
And we would have all blown up at the same time.
Yeah.
That's true.
I was originally gonna have it where like the you guys were trying to evacuate as the Star Destroyer heads over the sinkhole, and you guys were gonna have to try and figure out a way to
To just
Get
beat
past.
through them.
like do something. Good thing.
Go to hyperspace from planet surface.
All right.
Why not?
I do think your phone lit up with a message. I don't know if it was any of us.
That's not important.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it is important, but for something else. I can't spell today.
So, droid poison or cook?
I do believe it was the droid, just because the...
But who told the droid to do it?
The droid.
The sentient droid?
Aren't all droids sentient?
No.
Oof.
Oh, wow. You're not going to have a good time with any of the Separatist droids.
Well,
The tactical droid's like, excuse the fuck?
I'm gonna go over to the cooks. And I apologize for threatening their lives.
why
Oh,
are we
no
apologizing?
biggie.
They still could have poisoned us.
Because I feel bad.
Alright, well, I'm not gonna apologize for threatening them. In fact, I'm gonna threaten them more.
Why?
That's
They
not
could
gonna
have
help.
poisoned us.
But they didn't do it.
How do we know that?
Because I thought we knew the droid did it.
Okay, but who told the droid to do it?
Probably the First Order programmed it to do that.
Well, to be fair, Tristan said that the First Order found us because of that droid. So.
Right, but why do we have that droid?
Probably because they were like Vader and sent out thousands of probe droids.
Yeah, they
all
sent
over.
out probe droids. It found your base. It went down.
So it has nothing to do with that one that we were
You don't know that.
Exactly. Which I still think it's Fulvis.
Hey, question.
Answer.
Did anything ever come with me, like befriending everyone and trying to find out who the mole was?
Yeah, no luck.
Okay.
As you're traveling through hyperspace, you guys get some other stuff. Let me see.
More bad news.
One of Leia's messages. One of Leia's messages said, "I was in a good mood today, although I don't know why. Maybe because there's some politicians that understand why I left the Senate, or maybe because we just got fresh supplies. I don't know. But maybe our luck is about to change. I know the galaxy is plunging into darkness, but I believe that hope is out there, traveling amongst the stars, waiting to find us and lead us back into the light."
They got a lot more like. Never mind.
What?
I was
Sentimental?
Yeah. I was like, she got sentimental. She got old.
On the HoloNet, there's some news candidates for the upcoming Chancellor election. We're talking at the last debate.
Guys, don't forget to vote.
Yes. One of them says that they need to take down the Chancellor. Just a human. A Verpine politician says to look into an investigation and use caution. A Bothan politician says also calls for an investigation. A Duros politician says the Chancellor is a punk and a First Order sympathizer.
Fuck yeah, it is.
One of the lead ones, a Yuzum politician. If you guys remember the singer from the
Solo.
Max Rebo band,
Oh.
the hairy guy.
Oh.
Ew, that's right. The uvula thing.
Yeah. He calls to investigate the First Order and prepare for the worst. And just behind him in the polls is Senator Arno Barb, the moon.
Okay.
He calls to prepare for war against the First Order.
Well, at least he's smart now.
Does he?
He's always been
He
smart.
died?
He's just
I know,
angry.
I just hate him.
No.
Okay. It's about like for the end results of the rebel campaign. You said he was on. What was it? Candrilla when it gets destroyed.
No, he was on Hosnian Prime.
Hosnian Prime. That's it. That's not Hosnian.
Hey, which
Oh,
of
so
those
he's
senators are
going
centrists and which ones
to-
are populists?
That what?
Which ones of them are centrists and which are populists?
The Yuzum and Arno Rapper and the Bothan are all populists. The rest are centrists.
They all believe that democracy shouldn't matter. All super delegates.
All super delegates.
Fucking punk ass.
Well, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. They were all populists, but they're all going for the nomination. So some of them are more moderate.
So they redone how the chancellorship works.
Yes.
So none of them support the First Order then?
No.
Well, they're all from the populist party, so
Yeah.
it'd be like all the Democrats or all the Republicans having the same.
Okay. What?
So about which one molested less children?
Yeah, that should not be the baseline.
The what?
Should not be the baseline.
But
For
it
what?
should be one of the boxes to check.
It
What'd you
should
say?
100%.
They shouldn't qualify.
Alex, what'd you say?
They've done that.
So how about which one molested less children?
Gosh.
And remember, 0 is an answer.
I'm gonna change.
-4.
I'm gonna change Hosnian Prime from getting blown up. I'm going for your planet.
Only
I don't have no. You're going ours not.
Yes.
Elderly homes.
And
Oh my
Hosnian.
god, that's horrible.
So you arrive. There's no presence here. There's nothing, but you do have the coordinates to the old Techno Union base.
Let's get
Let's go
it
there.
up and running. Let's also repair the ships. How many little small shuttles do we have?
Small shuttles. You have 2 Nemoidian shuttles, and then your transport, and then the Korean Drift.
Do we still have any diplomats with us?
No, they all went with the Vice
Of course they do.
General. Like all of his people went with him, so you guys have your guys.
Wait, so it's just us and the vendor and the Colonial Drift and our droids.
Get the
And the colonists that stayed behind.
Did Fulvis not come with us?
Yeah, she went with you guys.
Let's get people to start.
Tritiv and Kylan also went with you guys.
That is not.
Okay. I say get the.
No, Kylan went with Figs. Sorry, they decided to split up since they're both Force sensitives.
Okay. Let's
I don't think
get
they count you.
most of the crew working
Oh,
on repairing the factory, so we can get
Well,
more droids and establishing a base. And
The
also,
the factory was destroyed during the Clone Wars.
Okay, well then
So let's get
It's
the
just the
let's get the
remnants.
droids working on the ships.
let's get the ships fixed. Let's take a shuttle or the Grillian Drift and go visit some of the nearby systems. Because there's Collectivore 7, which has the Bith are there.
Yes.
Ooh, bits
I
would
don't.
be nice.
Squibs.
Yeah.
Score 2 has the squibs. Turdo has Kidonak. So we can visit some of these planets. There's a weaponsmith guild. I might be able to.
That would be nice to.
Do we want to talk to them?
Yeah.
We should probably try to establish some diplomatic relations
Yes,
with these
100%.
groups. So which one do we want to?
Weapons weapons.
Weaponsmith guild?
What? Yeah, that thing.
Mar Saddam? Shaddam?
Sounds good to me.
Omar Shaddam.
Yeah.
So you have to go in the opposite direction now.
Nah, it's
Well, we can leave the fleet here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll just take one or two. One ship.
Let's
maybe?
take one ship because it's just gonna be us going, right? We're not gonna take any droids,
No.
probably.
Other than toolbox and
Yeah.
maybe like a few droids for the ship itself if we take the drift because it's supposed to have 100 or so.
Can we leave Leia's droids in charge of the fleet?
That might be good. Or a tactical droid if we still have one.
The Gonk droid.
Yes.
Well, there's the super tactical droid that's on the subjugator ship, and then there's a tactical droid, and then there's two tactical droids, one on the Providence and one on the subjugator. Tri-Tip can stay behind and watch everything on the Venator if you guys all go.
We can do
That's
that.
probably a good idea.
Probably leave Leia's droids here with him as well.
Okay. So let's see, where are we going?
It's like that paladin you get in Fire in the like beginning of a Fire Emblem game that just buses around the world of characters.
Alright, so you guys head to Ma'ar Shaddam. It is a small, rocky cave world, but it does have the Weaponsmith's Guild.
So do we take the Corellian Drift here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's just use that ship.
Yep.
That way, because it kind of identifies us with the.
It's our OG ship.
And as you come out of hyperspace, you see a Resurgent class Star Destroyer above the planet.
Let's make sure we have the stuff activated so they don't recognize us and go down to the.
And then you see like 3 more come out, and then like another 2, and they just immediately start like bombarding a certain place.
Okay,
What
so
the fuck?
You
probably.
know, I'm assuming that was the weapons guild.
Yeah, I'm guessing that they are not gonna be much of allies to us now.
Probably not. Are there other habited places on the planet? Or is
That would have been like the main area they go to. Everything else would have been small settlements.
We could see, like, once they stop the bombardment, we could go down and try to help them.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
say let's wait. Yeah, wait
Wait it
until
out.
it's over, and see if we can go help survivors.
And, like, we're not gonna accomplish anything by going into the bombardment.
No, we can't take them.
Okay.
But we can see if there's survivors, help them, as long as the first order doesn't occupy it,
Right.
Yeah.
or if they leave a small force.
So
we might be able to do
about 2 hours passed,
Oh my god.
that. They're still bombarding.
and they finish bombardment, and then you see transports going down.
Maybe we
Lovely.
should leave.
Or hear me out, y'all.
Y'all really waited 2 hours.
We go to like
What are we gonna do? We can't
smaller
win that fight.
settlements that are like kind of across the planet, away from place
That
where
place.
yes,
And help everybody else.
and see if we can't assist in like those small areas.
See if
And-
people left during the bombardment.
See if anyone wants to come with us, or if we can just help.
No, I'd say just help them because I doubt they want to come with us.
Probably not.
Because
But if they do, we will not turn them away.
yes,
We can only
but
get what 100 or so on the ship.
Yeah.
No, 100 is what we need to make it work, right?
at like
Yeah.
full capacity, got like
Yeah,
a
it's a-
skeleton crew.
that's what-
Whatever says in the book.
We're at like minimal. Or less.
Let me hold on. What's there anyway?
We're a skeleton crew. Skeleton crew, this bitch.
You're not even a skeleton crew. You're the
Yeah.
skeleton of the skeleton crew.
Oh no.
That's
We're
part
the
of why I
limit.
started building
we're the
droids.
limit.
It requires 35 officers and enlisted crew, and it fits 125 people.
So,
So we probably have some droids on board helping.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you want to go down?
Yeah.
So you head down to the planet. And are you going over to the place where they bombarded? Or
No.
Okay.
The farthest settlements
Let's
from.
see if there are other larger settlements that are untouched still.
That are semi-close because they might have survivors that we can help.
As you're going, you can see like the first order transports heading into different directions, and your skinners pick up a sensor dish on the side of a mountain next to a cave.
That's
Okay.
interesting. Want to
Go
check it
check
out?
out the cave?
Check it out.
Yep.
Potatoes.
No.
Why would there be
Here's a potato.
And it kind of looks like there's like a runway that leads into the cave,
Let's follow the runway.
That's stealthy.
and it's in the middle of nowhere.
Let's go in. Let's land.
You want to land and go in?
Do you want to send out like a communique so they
Yeah.
don't shoot us?
Yeah, let's say hi first.
Literally just send out a communication. Hey.
Hey, what's
Hello.
up? We're coming
We
in.
found your.
Hi, cave people.
And yeah, what do you want to say to them first?
Hi, cave people.
He's better at talking than I am, so.
Hello, people of peace.
They're asking to identify
Say
yourselves.
resistance support.
We're the
We're coming to
drifters.
offer any assistance.
We would like to provide assistance if possible in the wild.
How do I know it's not a trap?
You don't really have much of a choice at this point.
What? Okay.
And the hangar doors start closing
Well,
down.
wait,
no, just kidding,
Hey,
just kidding.
did we ever get any
She
like
is not speaking
transponders
for
or
us.
anything from Leia's droids identifying us as resistance allies?
Don't we have
No.
didn't we get something from what's his face? Like diplomatic something or other?
Authorization.
Yes.
Send that. Send a copy.
I'm not a government
Get on
official.
board with it on these people. They're cave people. Come on, y'all.
They're cave people.
Well then, what do they want?
They don't want anything. You guys contacted
We're
them.
trying to help because they're about to get bombarded.
Well, you're also hella suspicious.
Well,
Okay, y'all. I got this. Me and Potato got this.
To be
Okay.
fair, they're probably not about to be bombarded. The First Order bombarded the weapons cache place and then left.
They didn't left.
No, they're
They
still
sent
there.
out
They're
an
taking
occupying
the plane.
force. Did some of the Star Destroyers not leave, or did they just send down people?
They sent out transports, but the Star Destroyers are still up in orbit.
Okay, so we're still talking to the cave people, right?
Yeah.
We come to tell you that
We just witnessed a bombardment.
space racists blew up big city, and they send ships all around.
And then you can hear, "Good God, this thing can't speak. Give me a translator." And like, all right, fine. Yeah, all right. And the hangar doors start opening up a little up again.
Do you want us to land?
Yeah, fine.
Okay.
See.
You can like actually land it inside.
Let's do that.
And it appears to be some sort of workshop, like a ship workshop.
Cool. Can I help them? I didn't even say anything.
Exactly, you helped it up. I'll become the most articulate Ugorian ever.
Right. And out comes an elderly looking in a hover chair. Shit. Where's my... Here we go. Alright. Someone pick a number between 1 and 75.
Pie.
What?
David,
3.
I said pie.
David, get fucked, honestly.
Alright, you know what? You are not helpful.
3.
It's just
3.
a number. You didn't
Oh,
specify
alright, that's fine.
integer.
And you see, sitting in
How many
this
decimal
hover
points
chair
can you give?
is a elderly
No, that
Tordarian. And with him is like a little crew of pit droids.
That's awesome.
And he's like, "What do you want?"
We just want to see if you need any help or know of any place that needs help/rescue.
I don't talk to nobody. I'm just here.
Are you the
What
only
do you
person
do?
here?
Yeah.
Cool.
I make ships. At least I used to for the rebellion.
You wanna make ships for the resistance?
And he like looks at himself. Do I look like I can?
Not really, but
That was a rhetorical question. Of course I can. I got pit droids for days.
Do you want to?
Well, and then he's like, and he like whistles, and he's like, "Oh, Hammerhead," and he's like, "You know, I've been working on a little. I was working on a project and for one of these. I wonder if it'll work.
What kind of project?
Well, I have this shipment of very rare metal. And what I want to do is I want to add it to the front of this. That way, it'll be powered up, and you can ram right through anything, straight through.
And the ship will still survive.
Shields around
What
it.
kind of metal will allow us to do that?
The kind I find.
What kind do you find?
The good kind.
Is this like the
I
thing
believe
from?
Yes. Yeah, I already know what you're thinking of, and yes.
Okay. Would you like a prototype vessel to try this out on?
No.
Oh, fair enough.
Well, there
He's
are
also like, what the hell did you
do?
do to this thing?
It's seen many things.
Space
It's seen-
races.
Are you talking about the tentacles from the?
Yeah, I'm talking about the
Many-
tentacles.
many things.
Right,
I
well.
forgot about those.
And he whistles over at his picture. He's like, let's get started on this.
Started on what?
I'm going to add something to it.
Okay.
Well, if we
Alright.
can go through anything, we can test it out on one of the Star Destroyers in orbit.
On our way out, we're like, fuck you.
Seriously,
you!
why not?
That's hilarious, and I really want to do it now. Wait, but that could be. What if it doesn't work and we die?
We only send a couple people on the ship. I'll do it.
How are we gonna
It's
get?
all
How,
or nothing.
how are we gonna-
We all die or not.
I appreciate the support.
honestly, I'm kind of in favor of that. Either we all die or we survive, and it's awesome.
Now, to be fair, if we all go, Tristan probably won't kill us instantly. Or at least not all of us.
Just hope those shields hold up.
Okay, so he might kill some of us.
It is experimental. And
I'll go.
and so the Toydarian, he has these huge crates full of these like a mixture of like gems and like metal, and he's like, this is blue diamond steel.
What the fuck is that?
Very good, and it can be energized.
That's
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add something to the front of your hammerhead, so it's gonna be like a plus, and then you can just boom ram through everything. And with the shield, it'll kind of create like a divot, and with the blue diamond steel, it will also charge the shield as well. So it's just like a lightning bolt right through it.
That's terrifying.
So I'm gonna say I really appreciate that you're adding this.
You're welcome. I've been thinking about this ever since you guys chose the Hammerhead Corvette. I'm like, all right, I'm doing this.
I like this. This is cool.
This is awesome.
Okay, I gotta.
We're gonna hollow maneuver the shit out of this place. Give me a mountain.
Let me. I just.
Honestly, like let's find a first order citadel.
I gotta.
Oops, like
Let's see. Blue. Diamond. Steel. Okay. Just so I remember that.
Get to pull some Zoolander shit in this.
Geonosian and Big Snow Wookie, help me.
Okay, I'll help.
And so
Okay.
he's gonna add Boostai. It's gonna be very hard to do.
How about two boost die?
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm doing.
should be
Boost for
adding
both of you.
two. Because I'm a Geonosian. Geonosian's at 2 boost up.
Yeah.
And toolbox can help maybe.
Well, it takes time.
We're in a cave, locked away. I think we've got time.
Well, what the
Well, no, I just mean there was failures. Lots of advantages, but some failures. It takes time to like make it work and all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, while we're waiting, I'm gonna use the head.
So
Hey, Triumph! It works.
Woo!
So it's placed on, and it has like this cool. So like, there's this besides the like the plus on front, there's like this blue line that kind of goes like bright blue line that kind of goes all the way around the ship, like the energy essentially. So like this thing looks, and it's even put in the tentacles as well. And he melted down that blue diamond steel, and he melted it over the tentacles, so they'll be like very
zip zappy.
yeah.
So
I like him.
yeah, dude, what do you want us to do for you?
Nothing.
Do you want us to keep sending you ships to try out your shit on?
You could just leave me alone.
That
Alright, that
works.
works too.
Okay.
Yes, that's fair.
Do you know of anywhere else on the planet people may need help?
Don't know.
Okay.
Not my
I
problem.
like your idea of just eating through some shit.
Well, there's 3-star destroyers we can test this on.
Are they
Before we
just,
leave.
just out of curiosity? Are they lined up perfectly so where if we get the right angle, we'll just like keep the 3 of them at the
You
same
should be
time?
able to get at least 2 of them
At
as
the
long
right
as there's
angle,
line of
yeah.
sight.
Of what?
Of the 3-star destroyers above the planet.
No, they're all spread out.
Yeah.
Spread out.
Like spread out now enough to where that can't happen.
You just don't
To be
want to.
fair,
I mean, if you want to try 3 in a row, then end up finding out that it doesn't work and all of you dying, be my guest.
I think it's worth it.
We can at least do 1 at a time.
Okay, one
No,
at
I
a time.
think just getting one would be enough.
Take out the bridge or.
Okay. Now, do we
Also,
want to make
before
this? Go ahead. Do we make this Suicide Squad or like just me?
Oh my god.
Before
Let's all
we leave,
go.
I want to ask
Okay.
the Toydarian guy where we could get more of this material.
Very rare to find. It's on the most backwater places or in the most illegal places. I got lucky and found this stuff.
Where'd you find it at?
I'm not saying that.
I guess that's kind of fair.
Because when I say I found it, I didn't find it.
You stole it?
I never stole it either. It just happened to come into my possession. We'll leave it at that.
Alright. What's your
Stop
name,
questioning
dude?
him.
Pub egg?
I love it.
You just go, I love it.
Yes.
He's
Yes.
like,
We're gonna keep
okay.
your information.
Mm.
We're gonna leave him alone, though.
He wants
oh, yeah,
to be
100%.
left alone. Okay.
Y'all gonna pay me?
Yes. What would you like to get paid?
How much do you think that's worth?
Like 5,000 credits.
That's a lot.
Well, I guess I'll just get my pit joints and tear it down.
I mean, to be fair, I asked you if you what you wanted from us, and you said to leave us alone.
I wasn't thinking that far ahead.
Clearly.
50,000. I'm being nice. I said, and he says as he crosses his arms.
I mean, we could really just get the ship and leave.
40.
Do a hard negotiation with upgrading one into a red die. Triativ also contacts you guys saying that the first order scout ship has arrived and that they're moving the fleet somewhere into deep space and they're giving you coordinates.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Can it be coercion instead?
Can I do a
Can it be
negotiation
coercion?
check?
Yes,
Mm.
let's play.
Again, same thing. It's a hard one, but make one of those purple or red.
Okay.
You say 40, and he's like, what can you be talking?
I mean, if it was coercion, I might be able to do it.
Yeah, but that's threatening, not trying to.
Well, I'm a giant space Wookiee. Or snow Wookiee, apparently.
That's actually what happened. A Wee-Kay actually stumbled upon your species and sold them to Imperials, saying that they were snow Wookiees. And
Oh.
basically, any off-world Gregorian is a slave.
Mm.
So, you know.
Alright, I got 3 success.
He agrees to it after very hard negotiating. And he's like, you know what? I don't want to be here anymore.
You want to ride?
Yeah.
Where you want to go? Alright, hop along.
If y'all are part of this newfangled resistance, I'm gonna do my fair share. Especially after the Empire blew up my planet.
What planet was that?
Toydaria.
Yeah.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because what happened in my canon was the Shadow Kings went to Quat, stole the Emperor's Eclipse, and in retaliation, the Death Star 1 went over and blew up Toydaria. So the Toydarians do not have a homeworld now. As do Ithorians and Geonosians are all dead, basically. So really, everyone is having a bad time because of this.
So does he still want the 40,000?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I have 5,000 credits.
We've been getting no credits from any of this.
Hold
Yeah,
on,
maybe
hold
we should
on.
I
actually try
literally
to
tried
get
to sell
some.
David for credits, but you all said that was a bad idea.
2,500. I'll take 25 from you. Take 500 from you.
Fair enough.
Huh? You have
Oh, wait. 4,000.
Yeah, so 500. How much you got? 2,000 from you. Okay. So
Maybe
I
we should-
fork over the 35,000.
After we take out the Star Destroyer, go find a First Order pay station or something.
Find a first order to rob.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Dope.
What about Canto Bite?
That would be awesome.
If we learned anything from episode 8, it's that those people are just fucked off and don't want to have anything to do with them.
All my
Yeah,
poor,
but they have a ton of money.
all my
Yeah,
poor
but they're not
freaking
supporting the First Order.
Geonosian credits are almost gone.
That's true.
God damn it.
I mean, we
You
could
can
just
sell
go back
more
to
of
another
your-
black market and try to sell more of David's bits.
I mean, I could, yeah.
You can just sell your blood.
Yeah,
I mean, that's how I got.
That money, yes.
That's how I got 50,000 prior, and he even got half of that. Well, half of the 100,000 I sold it for. And then he went up and lost it.
How did you lose it?
I can't tell you.
You don't even know, do you?
No, I know, but I
Okay.
can't tell you, or bad things happen.
Oh, lovely.
David, what the fuck?
That's what I was
Sorry,
thinking.
It doesn't affect you guys.
It doesn't.
At all, or yet?
Yes.
Yikes.
So are you guys heading back to your little fleet?
Uh-huh.
Let's test this thing out first on the Star Destroyer.
Okay. Well, the good news is all those ships except for one resurgent left. So you can try it out on one.
Lovely.
Kill it.
Alright, let's go up in its blind spot and hit its bridge.
That's part of it.
Does it really have a blind spot if it has sensors
No.
in space?
Supremacy had a blind spot.
Yeah, it was a giant hole through it.
Well, to be fair, they did catch it, but the guy thought it was just interference, so he tapped his screen and thought it was okay. So really, it's that guy's fault.
I don't think of anywhere they would have a blind spot. It'd be near the engines.
I mean, they're gonna detect us at some point regardless, but I'm saying, like, get as close as we can without them detecting us, and then just go.
I mean, theoretically, hear me out here, y'all. What if we start a distance away, go maximum thruster power and speed, right through their bridge,
Let's just like
from behind?
yes, while we're doing that,
That's
though,
what
plug in
I'm saying.
hyperspace
Yeah,
coordinates.
behind. Could we go into hyperspace while this thing's active?
You wanna try it?
I'm not sure we want.
You want to try a hold-up maneuver right now?
No.
No. Let's hit the bridge. If that actually does enough, let's maybe go through it a few more times. Just to,
Just keep running.
I mean, I'm
but
pretty
we
sure
don't want the First Order to know that we're capable of doing
taking
this.
a hammerhead through their entire bridge would kind of, wouldn't it, like, theoretically just destroy the entire ship, more or less?
Wait.
No, that wouldn't do
That'd be a
that.
terrible design of a ship, honestly.
Yeah.
Wait, if you hit the bridge, the whole destroyer blows up?
Yeah.
I
that
mean, it
doesn't
worked
make
in
sense.
that Return of the Jedi. What happened to that one giant Star
The Executor? Well, to be fair, it crashed into the Death Star.
Well, yeah,
That
after
was
an
gravity.
A-wing ran into its bridge.
Can we hit their reactor?
What if we take a side
We take out their
shot
communication
at the
tower.
engines? So we go
The
through the
starboard.
engines.
Cut the engines off.
Remember, this is still experimental.
Okay,
Let's
so
just hit the bridge
go
and
do
then.
the bridge and the communication tower so they can't tell anybody about this.
And then like,
If
someone
it
comes
fails.
by, they're like, what the fuck happened to you guys?
Exactly.
Wait, no. How about we leave and then we try this on a smaller First Order ship
Are there smaller First Order ships?
at a later date?
Let's just hit the bridge.
Let's just hit the bridge. Just get it fucking over with. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Yeah, but see, I know it was gonna have me do a pilot check. I'm not sure my piloting can do this right now.
That's fair.
What kind of piloting? check?
Daunting.
Daunting. I got two ranks in it.
Okay, give me 2 seconds.
I can help. I do actually.
I'm gonna
have
make it
something.
4 red and a purple.
See,
Four red and a-
Why?
ergo I
Because
don't.
it's experimental.
Ergo I don't want to try this with
Alright,
my lower
I'm siding with Alex. I think we should just leave.
Let's just get out.
Wow, that was a pointless excursion, but fine.
I mean, we have a secret weapon to try at a later date.
But we're not confident it's even gonna work, so what's the point?
Smaller ship first.
It's gonna be hard to just hit a smaller target.
Only. I mean, you guys are called the drifters for a reason. Maybe you can drift into. I don't know.
We'll figure it out. Okay. I do think we should probably try to get some money from the First Order.
Let's go.
From the First Order.
Let's go attack Canto Bite.
So you're going all the way back
Is
to
it
where
really
you guys.
that far?
Yeah, you guys are on the other side of the galaxy.
Fuck. Alright, what's
You're all the way
other-
down the south side. You gotta go all the way up.
What is on the south side that the First Order?
Yeah, where's the closest, like, First Order base?
Swaha.
Let's just rob a crime unit.
Well, there's Savarkos, which has spice mines.
Do we want to be in spice?
I don't
Probably
think
not.
we should piss off more people.
Probably not.
Other than that, I think your closest would be Iriadu, which was Tarkin's homeworld.
How
That's what we're
defended is
talking about.
that?
You'll have to send scouts to find out.
You can take our ship and take a look.
I'll go with it. Let's go.
So,
Meanwhile, your Venator is still trying to avoid the wrath of the.
first order.
So are they jumping into deep space yet?
Yeah, they're in deep space right now. They're still in the same sector.
Did Tarkin die before our last
We killed him.
campaign?
You got yeah.
I killed him.
No, he killed
You
him.
killed him.
Yeah.
You killed him.
I killed Krennic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I shot Tarkin in the head.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bam. So you head to Iriadu, and very heavy first order presence.
It's not this one.
Not this.
Alright, let's get to Luton, boys.
And then loot appears. Did somebody say Luton?
Can we like listen to the transmissions from the planet to see if there's like a common banking route that they've got?
We could just like hijack a bunch, like just like sit on a fairly well-known trade route, and just like hijack a bunch of ships. I mean, it's horrible.
Be
But it
pirates.
would work.
I'm thinking of like what we did the Jedi campaign where we betrayed Luke. No, did we betray Luke in the Jedi campaign?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he hates Jedi.
Yeah, so I'm
Also, you
thinking,
guys all died.
I'm thinking we could do that where we find like a first order like bank station just out in space that we could
Yeah, but theoretically betray us first.
Yes.
Kind of.
semi-betrayals.
They're betrayals all around, but we got the short end of the stick.
You got a betrayal. You got a betrayal. Everybody got a betrayal. Ooh, what's this place? Near Iriadu is the planet of Uvena Prime, which is home to the Shistavanen, which are those werewolf people. Is that really that funny?
That's such a dumb concept.
Of wolf people? Hell
Space
no! They're
werewolves?
cool!
Wait, I'm thinking of a different space wolves.
These guys.
I'm not thinking of those guys.
Who are you thinking
I'm
of?
thinking of the ones that like they're born wolves, but then like they grow up into.
Oh, the Conju whatever.
Yeah, that thing from Legends.
Okay, I guess you guys aren't gonna get those as allies then.
It's such a dumb concept.
You're just gonna insult the entire.
Nate, I don't want to alarm you, but Star Wars has a lot of dumb concepts.
I'm aware, but that's one of the dumber ones.
I disagree. At least it's one of the much more unique aliens than.
You saying that you don't think it's dumb that a fully grown woman would just give birth to a dog?
When you put it like that.
Well,
I
you
mean-
put it in a very simple term. I just mean that out of all the like, we have like 50 million aliens that all look like humans but different colors and like
Yeah.
accessories. At
there's
least this
that.
is like a different.
Yeah, but there's that, and there's a dog metamorphosizing into a human when they go through puberty.
I mean, Florida's still a state.
That's true. Besides, those guys are on the other side of the planet. Or galaxy, I mean.
I don't know.
We could. Okay, again, horrible. We could kidnap some very wealthy people and ransom.
We're not trying to
Oh.
be criminals.
You know what, though? My character's got a vendetta against corrupt politicians. We could go fuck over some of them.
Do we know any corrupt politicians?
The Chancellor.
Oh fuck yeah! Let's kidnap the chancellor. Let's fucking do it.
To be fair, though,
7/8 of the Republic are probably corrupt politicians.
to be fair, though, if we kidnap the Chancellor, that might just help him in a re-election.
Not
I mean,
kill
yeah.
him.
Oh,
I mean, every failed assassination of a would-be president has made the president be fucking
Okay,
elected.
that's why we kill him
Yeah, but
instead of almost killing him.
Yeah, but every assassin thought was like, I'm gonna kill him, and then they
Yeah,
fail, and
It's
then he fucking gets
also
elected.
the Chancellor of the New Republic, so he's gonna be very well defended.
Yeah.
Will they
Also
though?
on Coruscant, or Hosnian Prime.
Will he
Right.
though? They kind of they
So-
dismantle the military.
A bit of an aside. I didn't remember what he said the werewolf species was called, but
It's just a vein.
it's no the other.
Oh, the other ones, I have
Hold it
it in
up.
my.
The one I was thinking was called the Kudru G.
Yeah, them.
Fucking six-legged werewolves, spelled WYRWULF,
Ew.
and then they go into cocoons and then
Mhm.
just emerge as adults.
Ew.
That's awesome.
I mean, if a caterpillar can turn into a butterfly, then a six-legged wolf can turn into a four-armed person. So I don't have a problem with it. I think you're being a speciesist. Like Haley, like every time I show an alien off, you're like, they're so ugly, and then they try and kill you because you're mean.
They are ugly.
Well, to be fair, you shouldn't say.
100% you're right.
Okay, but also their first appearance was the Crystal Star. So
That was they're definitely
yeah.
stupid.
Okay, so
You forget that Star Wars makes horrible mistakes all the time.
Yes.
Like literally everything's
Everything is horrible.
But the fun thing about it is it's fantasy, and that's what makes it fun.
yeah, I'm not saying that I hate it. It's just very dumb.
Okay, we need more.
I'm gonna make sure every single one of those species hate you now.
Yeah.
Says the guy who can shapeshift.
Very true.
I think someone's being unfair about it.
I'm not shapeshifting into a dog with 6 legs.
Tristan,
It'd be cool
you should
though.
make it so that he can only shapeshift into that.
Deal. Sorry, I don't
Dark
make the
side
rules.
point.
Yes, you do. Okay. What about Belsavis?
What's that?
That's the plan with all the vaults.
Fuck yeah, let's do
Let's
it.
go there and see if there's anything useful.
We only have to like ram our ship into a couple of them. They open immediately, right? I forgot how this planet.
You don't know how anything works.
No,
we're going there.
You're just like, I'm just gonna blow it. You know what? Makes sense that you want to go for combat victory. Let's kidnap the Chancellor. Let's just ram it. You know, it works.
we're gonna go be Tomb Raiders.
Yeah, we're
Hey, what's
basically
the
gonna
value
call
of
us
the
Laura
Chancellor if we
Croft.
just ram our ship through his penthouse?
We have triangle
Yeah.
boobs.
No, okay. Look, I'm saying we make a ransom for him and then we immediately kill him.
Tomb Raiders. Let's go to Basavis.
So let's go to
Do
Belsavis.
the astrogation check.
What's that gonna be?
Hard astrogation, please.
Okay.
Good lord.
That took way
We
too
are
long,
horrible
but
people.
We.
Yes, we are horrible.
one advantage for
I
success.
give you guys a fucking subjugator, and this is how you repay me. All
We're
right.
not trying to. Well,
I disagree. All right, so you mosey on over to Belsavis. There's no one there in orbit or
Really?
something.
Well, let's yeet down there very quickly.
Well,
let's
yeah. Old
scan the
Republic
planet,
isn't
see if
canon.
there's anything.
Yeah, there's life forms of all kinds down there.
Well, what looks interesting?
All of it.
Question: is there a planet that trades? If we.
Is this
This
Belsavis?
is Belsavis. This
Is
is
it
the
from
ice
Legends
one.
still?
Yeah,
Okay.
and yeah, in Canada it doesn't really have anything about it
Okay.
at all.
So it is the prison world.
Yes.
that the old Southern Republic looted
yeah.
the fuck out of.
And it has all the crazy shit down there.
It's the fun place.
Good luck!
Is there? Do we know? Can we detect if there were old Imperial or Republic areas?
Doesn't look like it.
Okay.
You only have bits and pieces of like the old Republic canon in your campaign, or like all that scrapped.
What were the previous campaigns that we were on Belsavis?
It's as much as I wanted to. Since we never did an Old Republic campaign, then technically everything from Old Republic is canon in this. Unless stated otherwise, but that's not really going to come up because 3,000 years ago, it's not going to matter really.
Okay.
Until you go in there.
Okay.
The only thing that's different is in your timeline, Revan died on the space station. At the beginning.
Also, there is no Revan because he's a dumb character.
Okay. Say
And I will die on that hill.
we went down and we hunted a lot of like the planetary life forms. Why was that necessary?
What? When?
Yeah,
What?
The thing you just did, you're like,
Just yeah.
Hey, Tiberin's nearby. The issue Tib people.
Fuck yeah, let's go bathe in some brine.
We're just kept
You
jumping
nasty
around the
bitch.
I'm trying to find resources and not doing a good job of it.
if we hunted a lot of animals down there
What's
and we
the
took them, like their hides and shit, what is like theoretically the best place to sell those?
Fulminatrix Station, which is just over by Tatooine and all that.
Hey Tristan, can
What?
I ask the buddy droids if they know of any unfound treasures?
Oh,
Like they've got treasure
On
maps?
Belsavis, there's
I don't
plenty
know,
of
just like
Should we just
lucrative
land and
treasures
look
just
around?
the
Seriously,
galaxy.
yeah, let's just like find what we can.
Well, let's ask the buddy droids if they know of any place in particular on Belsavis that would be lucrative.
They don't know too much about Belsavis, but they do say that whatever information they have, it's probably gonna be full of something
Well,
that could be
Did we
worthwhile.
take all the ships or just the drift?
The
Just
drift.
Just the drift. Okay.
So let's go find one of these vaults, land.
Let's go tomb raiding, or just hunt a lot of game and then take it back and sell it for parts. Sell them for parts.
I'm gonna say tomb raiding just because
Tomb
that
raiding.
sounds fun.
Yeah.
That sounds a lot
So
more
you
fun.
find a jungle rift and you land, and you find like an old prison / tomb complex, and outside it is already a very nice looking shuttle.
Let's
Just
take
steal the shuttle.
Like the way
Not
you
stealing
think.
from people we don't know. If
Why
they're-
not?
Are there any
It could be
markings on the
good.
shuttle
If
to
they-
say
Can we identify the shuttle?
It doesn't identify as anything. It's just a very nice ship.
Let's
Can
take
we
the
look
shuttle.
and see whose it is? Like go in and look at the logs and see?
You break in, the person's like, what the fuck are you doing in here?
Yeah, going in, there's no one in there, but inside is very nice.
Okay, again, we take the fucking shuttle.
Do they have any identification logs?
No, no. It looks like it's some rich aristocrat
how can we tell how long
Wait,
it's
from
wait,
been
wait.
Serrano.
empty?
Oh.
Wait, yeah.
Like,
Wait, Serrano.
is
How
there-
long has it been empty?
It's like they're
Yeah, but
It's
we're
like
there.
recent. Like someone walked
Okay, well,
out.
we could just befriend this
Let's
person
go
and
follow
take
the
their
tracks.
credits.
Are there tracks?
No, not really.
okay.
But you can assume that they went inside.
But let's
Okay,
go
well,
inside.
let's go inside.
Maybe they need help and
Maybe,
will pay us.
yeah.
Yes.
Or
if
they
we
could be
say-
Maybe they'll shoot you.
We'll kill them.
And then we'll take their shuttle.
No, see, we show up and say, hey, we were really concerned. We saw your shuttle just sitting out in the open and it was unlocked.
Yeah. We know this.
Mind your business, asshole. It's rigged to blow people up. No.
And not very well.
He's like, what'd you say?
I will. All right, if y'all be sassy, I'm gonna make sure people's first reaction is to shoot you.
That's fair.
But I'm so level up.
I don't care.
I'm gonna say
No one
this.
cares.
Big
No one cares, Greg. Ah. Anyway,
My name's great.
I'm gonna hurt people now. I wasn't before, but now I'm gonna.
Tristan, you seem upset because you just want to talk to the guy.
I have fun doing what I do best, and that is yelling at all of you.
I thought you were going to say, and that is killing people.
That too. All right, I look forward to Fridays because I always try and think of what devilish plans. All right, as you go in, your communications get shittier and shittier, so just to keep that in mind.
Is that like to
So
the
with
ship
each
or between
other,
all
or
of us?
Or just in general.
Just in general,
Great.
comms are gonna
So,
be
like-
very weak here.
So, would
Stay
our
close.
comms, would our comms still not be great if like we're on the same level with this tomb but spread out?
Yes.
So it's like a dampening field or something. Okay. Maybe we should take
Left, right, or straight?
Left.
Right.
Wait, use for
All right, y'all spread it out.
Okay.
Fuck.
No.
Use for seed.
That's a very good point.
I'm gonna take my weapon out. I suggest we all get
Yep, my
weapons
weapons are
ready.
Yup. Alright.
You guys will be making cool checks if you go into combat.
One light side.
All right, you just see hallways.
Left. Let's just go left, try and loop around.
Anya's like, shit, I don't see anything. I'm like, good try.
See.
So left.
Apparently left.
All right.
Most of the group went that way. So
Your decisions have not been always great.
No, this
session, too,
campaign.
So yeah.
well,
you-
this session, nothing.
yeah.
haven't done
but
anything.
This campaign,
This
like,
saga.
in
Last.
How about
session.
this saga?
horrible.
This saga.
Okay, yeah. To be fair, yeah.
You're right.
Like your best decision was betraying us and having a body double in there.
Up ahead are two old assassin droids.
Are they operational right now?
Yeah.
Are they pointing weapons at us?
No, they're just walking. They're not even facing you guys. They're walking down.
I'm gonna.
Their backs are.
Okay, can I stealth up and put restraining bolts on them?
Hard stealth. Make one of those purple or red.
Hard stealth.
I
I'm gonna
get-
go with her and put one on the
I
other.
get ready to fire in case they fail. David, do the same
I'm
thing.
gonna aim.
1 success, 3 threat.
I got 3 success.
All right, give me 1 second, please.
So wait, which one did you get?
You got one of them. The other one turns around
I
and.
fire.
Wait, but didn't Nate
Yeah,
try
I
it
got
too?
3 success.
Oh, I didn't hear. I'm sorry, I did not hear
3
you.
success.
Fine, both of you restrained them. Did you guys have restraining bolts on you?
I have
Yeah.
10.
Oh.
This was when I thought David was gonna be a droid.
And that's why I decided not to be a droid.
You're welcome.
Thanks for
I warned you, buddy.
That character would have been cool though.
It
It
would've
would have
been
been cool, but
I would never have allowed you to do anything.
And then
Yeah.
you would have
you would have been a pet, basically.
My pet.
So yeah, they're yeah.
Please never repeat that.
And what are you gonna do with them?
I'm gonna make it follow me.
Okay.
It's
wait.
gonna be my personal bodyguard.
Wait,
No,
wait,
we
wait.
should ask what they're doing in here.
Yes.
What are you doing in here?
Guarding
What are you
Guarding
guarding?
Guarding who?
the treasure.
Which
What
treasure?
The
Show
one
me.
I'm guarding.
Show me.
Show us the treasure.
And it's just like
Wait, no.
by your command, and it just starts going.
How many of you are operational?
Too many to count. Just kidding. It's approximately 80.
We can take.
I have
How
I
many
have
are
9
in this
more
path?
restraining bolts. I have 10.
Analyzing
We have
just us two.
11 restraining
Okay.
bolts.
Okay, let's go
I'll
then.
take this.
See, we gotta ask important questions, y'all.
So
Yeah.
Potato.
it follows you, and you go into this big room, and it's like a walkway, like a stone walkway that leads into like a round platform essentially, and down below is lava, and it's a variety of items. There's like a miniature gold Rancor statue
Fuck.
Oh,
wait.
with like
Hold on.
jeweled eyes.
Guys, before we do anything,
Can I
we might want to.
scan?
No, hold on. Before we do anything, we might want to consider that a large majority of this shit is booby traps, so we should be very cautious about
Well,
touching
just
it.
ask the assassin droids.
Yes.
Are booby traps?
Yes,
Where?
all of it.
And what?
How do we turn them
In
off?
what ways?
Gotta go to the control center.
Where's that?
Take us.
Like, follow me then, and it goes over, starts walking, and then you guys notice a destroyed droid on the ground.
What
What's
kind of
this
droid?
from?
One of these same droids,
Who did this?
and it looks unknown.
Does the damage look recent or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so
Probably-
it's
it's
Assuming
probably
the guy
still
from the
smoking.
show.
And it's like, here's the control room, and inside,
It's Dooku.
armed with a shit ton of thugs, including a couple of Kintan Striders, is our boy Loot. And he's
Son of a
shutting
bitch.
down the stuff, and he's like, turns around, and he's like, ow.
Everybody get out of the room.
I'm getting
now.
out of the
Everybody
room.
out of the room now.
Well, where are you guys going?
I'm throwing a thermal detonator.
What?
Let's not piss
No,
him
she
off
doesn't.
more than
She
he-
doesn't do that.
Too bad, she already
I'm
threw it.
throwing-
God
she-
damn it, Haley!
I'm throwing a thermal detonator.
I'm
I don't
running.
even care. I'm so
Yeah,
fucking
I'm
tired of this.
I'm gonna leave.
What would it be to throw a thermal detonator?
Like,
Really?
ranged.
Fucking Luke just catches it and throws it back.
Please no.
Loot isn't killable.
But his thugs are.
Yeah,
This
but
is a
like,
very good point.
there's also maybe he won't be hostile if you don't
Yeah, let's
antagonize him.
talk to him.
I can take on Loot. I can't take
Yeah?
on his thugs. So I'm gonna kill his thugs.
Are you sure Luke doesn't have like a super OP weapon again?
I don't really care. I'm gonna
Okay,
take out
It
his
doesn't
thugs.
matter, she's going for it, so that's what's happening.
Roll
I'm
for it.
running.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
going with
running.
Anya.
I
I'm
am not
leaving.
dealing with this.
Very well.
I'm getting
A
the fuck out
triumph, a threat, and a success.
Gosh.
D100 for me, please.
Hey, who else ran, by the way?
I
Just
did.
saying.
I left.
I'm trying to decide. what to
Everyone
do.
except
It was just standing in
82.
shock.
82. Permanent -1 penalty to random characteristics. However, one of the Kintan Striders stood in the way, absorbing most of the blast.
So he's
Probably
fucking
killing
dead.
it.
Yeah.
Well, I would hope
Well,
so.
no, very injured, but his face is very fucked up.
Oh, poor dude.
And he's like, I
Kintan
did nothing.
Striders are like 12 feet tall with huge hammers, and now they're angry.
And you just hear him like
And-
whimper, I did nothing to you.
And I'm running.
They're like semi-sentient, so they can't really speak.
They're like Gamorrean guards.
I'm gonna.
I'm running.
He has a few of these.
That's fucking awesome.
They're huge.
Alright,
And now they're coming after us.
tell
Yes.
the two droids to put restraining bolts on to
Fire
fire
the-
them.
Yep.
Okay.
While I run away.
How much of a head start do Anya Alex now?
You guys would be at least long range. Oh.
Can we like go warm up the ship?
Yeah, they just bam, bam, crush those droids.
How tall are the
Like,
hallways?
obviously.
Very tall.
I'm gonna fly up and
Okay.
then shoot the contained striders from above.
Okay.
Because if they have hammers, they can't reach too high.
Luke just quick draws on you.
You might.
He just sucker punches him.
Shoots you right at the air.
So flying above them, I activate auto fire twice
Okay.
on them.
'Kay.
So that would 18 damage each time.
Okay.
So
Yeah, you kill one of them. The other one's injured. And Luke comes on and he's like, "Now, Knockville, do you really want to be doing this?
no,
So why are you doing it?"
my friend's an idiot and decided to
You
attack
could
me.
have ran.
Yeah, but you decided to fire on me.
I didn't
And remember what I said?
Could have ran.
That's right. So what are you doing on Belsavis?
I was trying to
Get treasure?
and some money. Yeah.
Yeah?
Do you want help? Would that help pay?
Well, if you help me get what I want. Well, actually, I don't even need your help because I shut down the booby trap, so now all that is free game for me.
Okay, I'm gonna head back to some treasure places.
I'm leaving. I'm going to the ship. I'm leaving. I'm done with Haley right now.
I'm grabbing treasure.
I'm so done.
I'm gonna get on the ship as well.
Yep.
I'm so done.
I'm fucking.
What would you like to take?
I'm gonna take that gold rancor and then I'm gonna yeet the ship.
Alright, neat. Okay. So Knockville, he like has you. He also has a couple of like looks like they're Death Watch armor they're wearing. A few of them.
Ooh, that's sexy.
And he's like,
Did you just call Luke sexy?
Yes.
and he's like, "Now Knockville, where's my
I'm working on it.
yeah."
Bitch, how much money do you owe?
See, how is this my fault that David's so stupid and got in?
That's
What
not,
did you do?
that's not your fault.
David, what did you
That
do?
is not your fault
What's
at
my
all.
Last session.
What's your fault?
I'm
Just
paying for
instantly
it.
throwing the grenade.
Knockville will explain when he gets back
It
to the
caused
ship.
no harm.
Well,
I think only because
Is he
he's
letting me
here.
go?
He owes Luke so much money.
You
apparently.
can go.
Okay.
You still owe me.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think we should work with David anymore.
Honestly, I think he should be able to do things on his own.
I agree.
No offense,
For-
David, but things don't work out for you. Like, I'm sure your plans were great, but they didn't
And so-
work because you didn't tell anyone else.
So Loot and Knockville go into that room, and Loot sees that little Rancor statue is gone, and he's like,
The music.
"So you know what that means, right?"
There's lava in these pits, right?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Can I?
I was considering, but it's probably a bad idea.
Yes, it is a bad idea. Don't do it. Be subservient.
You want the Rancor statue?
I
Hey,
do.
Tristan, what kind of? Can I do a perception check to check the security systems on Luke's ship?
You're gonna try to steal Luke's
Yes.
ship.
He still has David.
David got himself into this mess.
Because he
I'm
threw the
trying to-
thermal detonator.
Because you threw a
a thermal detonator.
Clearly, he had something else going on with Luke before I threw a thermal detonator and tried to kill Tux.
This
That
is
is
true.
not on me.
Alright.
We all can agree the crux of the issue is David's fault. But the wound was aggravated.
When you threw a thermal
Recently.
detonator.
Tell you what,
if
Knoxville.
you had told me that you had issues with loot, I wouldn't have done it. But guess who didn't tell
I'm
me
not
that you had
supposed
issues
to
with
tell
loot?
you.
Well, it's not my fault.
Tell you what, Knockville, I feel bad for you. So, I'll lower it down to 10.
10. Okay.
10 million.
Get out of here.
You owe 10 million credits, I
It's
assume?
not 10 million.
10 billion.
No, it's just 10,000.
What did you do?
It's last session. Remember how I tried to use the Bane Worm?
Yeah.
And he caused problems for me after that, so I need to give him money.
Elaborate on
Oh.
that.
Oh. I no. Yeah. Yeah.
So why don't you just ask your friend here that's got a bunch of credit to give you 10,000 to pay back the
Because
lease?
Luke told me not to tell anyone that I needed to do this.
Okay, well now that you have,
Yeah,
Well,
because
we're
Luke
not.
kind of gave it a.
None of us are
No,
here right
no
now.
one's there. Yeah.
Yeah.
None of us
So
well, you still
technically,
can.
But what if we hear it over the earbud comms?
you can't
Comms
because
are
of
out
the.
because
Yeah.
land and
And
shit.
again, he still can tell us. He just doesn't have to
I
tell
mean,
you.
we're still here,
Yeah.
so I assume we gotta wait for him to come out with loot. Never mind. Nope, I'm not metagaming right now. Let's just keep going.
And so Luke's like, well, this was worthless, and he snaps his fingers, and those Death Watch soldiers lay out some bombs, and they blow up the platform too, and the whole thing sinks into the
Wait,
lava.
what else?
Why didn't you
There was other
destroy
stuff
it?
on the Rancor statue, right?
Yeah, that's all he wanted.
But we need the money.
That's all I was trying to get. It's a little bit of money.
David, you have wings. You could go grab some stuff before it sinks.
Can
into
I
the
try
lava.
to go fly and grab it?
Make a daunting coordination.
You just
Actually, do a hard coordination. That'll be nice.
You just fucking dive down into the lava.
Okay.
One advantage, one failure.
Burn your hand.
So nothing happens.
You got 5 credits.
No, you mean Luke got 5 credits.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy. And then he picks one of them up and he throws it into the lava.
Yep. Do that.
Well, now you only owe 9,995.
Knoxville, do you know what consequences are?
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh yeah, you remember the one?
That's the only reason I know.
that is true.
I take your coat.
Okay.
So let's wait for David to come out and see how this scenario plays out.
Can you yell at him?
No.
We need to yell at her.
No, we don't.
Why the fuck are we getting mad at me? I
Y'all-
literally didn't do any of this.
Y'all
are honestly starting to
Y'all
piss me the
progressing
fuck
the
off.
story right now.
Let's not worry about what happened. It's over now. Anyway, you have a communication from Tritiv, because you guys are under there, and it's urgent saying that the First Order found them and they're trying to escape. Yes.
Okay.
We
let's-
have a mole.
I mean, it's 4 giant ships.
Very clearly full this.
Can we just make our way back to our fleet after they give us the new coordinates?
Yeah, and they give you it.
Honestly, a part of me just kind of wants the fleet to go off and just try and find other resistance, so we don't have to babysit. Because us babysitting doesn't work out for
Yeah,
anyone.
but isn't our whole thing that we're doing in this campaign trying to join the larger resistance? So
It
if we
is.
start leaving the part of
Trying
the
to
larger
get
resistance
it.
that we already joined, might be going against what we're trying
You
to
also have a communication from Fulvis, and
Fucking traitor.
she says that she feels bad about not seeing that First Order probe poison the food, and so she has intel that one of her informants in the First Order is imprisoned on in an old Imperial space station in the Zeri system, which is in the Inner Rim, and
Let's go.
she wants to go there, and she apparently it's under criminal activity, but there's also
What do you mean under criminal activity? Does that mean they run it, or
like criminals run it.
So
Okay.
you said the First Order informant's in prison there?
Yes.
So how
And
is this
Fulvis
helping
wants
us?
to go with us.
Basically, yeah, Fulvis wants to rescue them because they've been reliable.
Seems
Okay.
convenient.
Let's go get Fulvis.
well,
Do we still
have-
have
we
those
have
cranium bombs?
Yes.
Some of the stun gun.
y'all were
Yeah.
I have a net.
I am not helping this. I don't want my
Stun Fulvis.
morality
Put it in-
going.
I have a net.
I don't want conflict for this.
Why not? Okay, if you don't trust Fulvis, you can put one of those cranium
100%
bombs
I'm
in
gonna
her.
do it.
Well, I mean,
And
she's
I'm
with Tritiv in them.
Okay,
but-
so
Yeah.
we'll bring her along.
Well, yeah, because
She
she's going
won't
with
go
you
on
guys
anyway.
because she's gonna help.
Yeah, so
Um.
we're only gonna
Okay.
do this if she agrees to meet with me. I would like to have a discussion.
Okay.
So, Luke and David come out of the cave.
Yeah.
Because we're still on Cybus and dealing with that.
Yes. And so Luke's like, I'm gonna go to my ship now. Later. goes into his ship, and he's like, actually, you know what? I think I left something. And he's like, and he sighs, and he turns back around and walks back inside.
It's good idea.
Okay, we leave. Let's go back to the.
So Tristan, how much is my gold rancour worth?
You have to find someone who can tell you.
Okay, cool. I'm not letting David touch it at all.
One of the research droids can help you, and it's worth about 80,000.
Fuck yeah. I'm literally not letting that out of my sight.
So you sell it for 80,000 credits.
Exactly.
Can I have 10,000?
Why?
Because I will lose some
Want
money.
to tell us
Why?
what that's all about?
Wait,
Not supposed to.
stupid egg thing? Stupid egg thing, right?
I'm assuming you weren't supposed to get into a conflict with him either, but you did. So
No, that
you
wasn't
can tell us.
specified. I was trying to keep the party alive.
Stupid egg thing. Yes, no.
It's related. Consequence of doing that.
You owe me 20,000.
20,000.
Well, I know shoot you for it.
You guys have descended into madness.
What?
Oh, wow.
Wait, what?
I
think
give you
that's
10.
actually pretty fair.
You owe me 20, but I know shoot you.
It was
for
gonna happen eventually.
So, okay. I'll see if we can find somebody for I can get that from you.
Fair enough.
This is why I did not ask the party for money.
You know, I'm only doing it because, like, Michael's an idiot, but he was raised by criminals.
So, Fulvis meets up with you guys. You guys have the ship. And she's like, alright, let's head out to Zeri. So it's about, where'd it go? It's about right here in the inner rim. It's near Fondor, all that stuff. It was once a big criminal hub for the Shadow Kings and whatnot. So yeah.
Okay, I'm throwing my net on her.
What the
With
fuck?
2 success.
Okay.
I catch the net and say stop it.
Now, do we? No.
They succeeded in throwing the net.
Yeah, and I'm gonna succeed in catching the net to say stop
I
it.
think it has to be a against each other. So I think it's like a,
Which roll? Or which check, I guess.
I guess range versus coordination.
How about if she succeeded already, I just pull the net off of Fulvis then?
Okay, that's
Okay, I
fine.
jump on Fulvis.
Okay.
What the fuck?
And Fulvis is like, can I help you?
Yeah, just give me 2 seconds.
You know that requires like a surgical like.
Yeah, don't we have a Medroid?
One of the droids is.
You don't have a Medroid on the ship. It's just like it's like a surgery that you gotta do.
So we don't have a Medroid on
Nope.
the ship?
No.
Fine, then I'm gonna put her in the net
Okay.
until we get there.
Take the net off of her.
I'm gonna put another net on her.
I'm gonna take that
How
one
many
as well.
nets? I'm gonna put a net on him.
I'm gonna take that net off of me as
No,
well.
you can't do that.
I
I've
did
got
that
you in
last
the net.
time. No, I took the net off of me last time when you threw it on me.
You literally can't. It's got you down for at least 1 maneuver.
Yeah, but then I.
And then he
took it
uses a
off.
maneuver to take it off.
Okay, but before he takes it off, I'm gonna use my action to knock him out.
Why?
Because he's pissing me off.
You're trying to put a bomb in someone's head.
Yes, because I don't fucking trust her because she's been like the one constant of this whole mole thing, and none of you guys else like thinks that she's suspicious.
No, I'm not saying she's
I'm
not,
letting
but
you
we
do
haven't
this.
checked anyone
I'm not
else
gonna
yet.
stop you.
And why haven't we been checking people?
I have been. I literally spent the entire time skip between this session and last one investigating.
And it hasn't worked out. And I think it's
Have
super
any of
convenient.
you other guys tried to investigate people?
That's
this
literally
time
what I'm
skip?
trying to do.
No, I tried building droids.
I think it's super convenient that we're poisoned via food and Fulvis just happens to be
He's a
one
good
of the
cook.
cooks. And now we're just so happen to have to go and find one of our first order informants for her. A little suspicious.
I agree. That's why I'm not stopping you.
You also have to realize that if you want to catch a spy in the act, you shouldn't just outright.
I don't need to
talking about
catch
it.
her in the act, I just need to stop her.
Yeah, but if it's not her, then what does it accomplish?
What?
Well, clearly, I mean, it's not, we're not doing anything else to stop another spy. Can I at least put her in the brig? Because we don't really need her on this little excursion. We just need her
Do
information.
we not need her if we're
We
trying to
might need
identify
her.
someone?
We just need her information on who this person is and where we can find him.
And she's like, well, I've been away from the First Order far too long now, and I was gonna stay with them on the station because these criminals operate with the First Order. So once we just get the information from the informant, I was just gonna stay
Okay, that's probably for the best.
because it's been well over a month since I've
And
last
she's already
reported.
attempted to assassinate us once and it's failed, so she might as well give up.
What makes you think that she tried to assassinate us?
The poison in our food.
But why do you think that's her?
Because she's a cook, or she was one of the 2 cooks.
Yeah, but if you catch the poisoning, obviously the first leap in logic would be that it's the cook, so why would the person poisoning it actually be the cook?
This doesn't matter. We still have to assume that the cook is suspicious. If there's a murderer and a victim and a murderer in one room, you're not just gonna assume it's not the murderer because it's too obvious that they're the murderer. Right? I literally don't understand why this is a problem. We just throw her in the brig until we're done with the mission, then we can release her.
I mean, I feel like she might be needed to identify the person. And technically she is saying she just wants to leave. But you are bringing up a good point of, I've never really trusted her. You've just been more vocal about it. So, I don't know.
Okay, we bring her along and just hope that she doesn't sabotage this whole operation.
Okay. So you arrive at the old Imperial prison station in the Adzeri system, and it was retrofitted by criminals who work for the First Order. And Fulvis explains that she was originally at the prison in the Dantooine system and amongst the asteroids before they were moved here. And so yeah. And she believes that it's what's the word I'm looking for? Lightly defended. There we go. That's what I was looking for.
She believes it is?
Yeah, according to her intel.
But this is like a criminal group.
Yeah, but they work with the First Order, so yeah.
So Tristan's morally clearing us of murder. You know you are.
I feel like there's some tension here that might need to be released. So, you know,
Wait, am I
maybe the one freebie to, like, rip these people apart.
I mean,
I'm
I kind of
I still have 1 thermal detonator.
I think I've been like the most gory of us.
You killed, like, one person.
Yeah, but I did that with my bare hands. Yeah.
So, guys, get on.
Do we have a layout of the station or just?
No.
Going almost completely blind. Do we have any small floating droids? No, we don't. Never mind.
We have buddy droids, and we have toolbox.
Toolbox is useless in this scenario. No,
Nearby, a guy walks out of a room, a Godel, and he just walks you guys are standing there, and he just like walks out and turns the other way, not even seeing you guys.
Sure. Awesome.
Looks like a criminal.
Wonderful. Do we just want to see if there's a computer, download some schematics or something?
So is this like a station that people are allowed to come and go on?
No, it's an old Imperial prison station.
Okay. So, like, people might question us being here then?
Yes.
Oh, definitely. We're just letting the guy walk away.
But we could also question other people being here.
Oh, he didn't?
I guess. What are you doing here? My job. I work here. It's like going up to a McDonald's employee like, what are you doing here? Working? What does it look like?
Right, so the guy didn't see us.
No.
How far away is he?
Like, short range.
I mean, theoretically, we could. I could rush up there, grab him, and knock him out.
Grab his horns and eat it.
Yeah. Go for it.
What would I roll? Athletics
Brawn
brawn,
or brawl.
brawl.
Hello, brawl check.
I remembered that I can lift silhouette 1 now.
Yeah, you
and
lift
I
people up.
rolled dark.
Pick him up, throw him into the wall.
Medium.
Yes, medium.
Wait, shit. Technically, right now I'm not fully light. I'm in the gray area still because I'm only at 51.
How are you only 50?
Because we have not been keeping track.
Yeah, we kept forgetting. I kept forgetting like the first 3.
I did too.
And we haven't really done
So-
very many good things yet. Like super.
Not
good
necessarily
things.
bad things either.
Yeah, but I
3
can still
success, 2 advantage.
go up.
Yeah, you grab. What? He's knocked out cold. The uniforms are like this orange yellow color, and there is a symbol on the chest.
Do you guys want me to take the uniform and transform into him?
Yep.
Yeah.
If someone wants to make a medium or no hard underworld check, please.
Wow. I look like we're not gonna be able to roll.
Two advantage.
You've seen them before on Zerobacks. You recognize these as the better write this down so I don't forget. The Valsor Gang, which is a group of notorious drug dealers and kidnappers.
Lovely.
Let's see if they've kidnapped anyone and see if we can reach on them.
Well,
Money.
so we take his
Money
uniform,
from this. If we treat
and
someone
yes.
with
what
I need money.
stripping him down to like search him. Does he have anything else on him, like codes, a data?
Yeah.
10 credits, a data pad, and a blaster.
Is there an ID?
Yeah, an ID.
Okay, so I know
What's
what.
on
An
the
ID chip, yeah.
What's on the data pad?
Data pad.
It's to an armory, which
Take their weapons.
you can assume what he was
Let's
just
Go. Like he was just in there.
yeah.
Let's
you
go
can
in there.
assume. Going in there, is just a couple things. There's an RS-01 Ripper power sword, a proton rifle, a detonite charge, and a baradium charge.
Okay,
What are those two?
Those are bombs. I have to look where they're from. I don't recall where they are, but let me see. Are they in ciphers and masks? Armor. Wrist blaster. No, not in that one. I think they are actually in fully operational. Let me look real quick, and if they're not in there, I'll have to look for them tonight.
That's fine. I just want to have them written down.
Yeah.
Let's get them out of here. I'll take all the weapons.
Oh, here we go. So a baradium charge. Anything engaged with the charge when it detonates adds plus 50 to any crit injury.
50.
Yes. Base damage is a 3 on a planetary scale. Don't know what that means. Additional damage plus 1 on a planetary scale. Excuse me. Blast radius is long. And detonite is base damage 15, additional damage plus 10 to encumbrance, short range.
I would assume planetary scale means it's for ship shit.
It's quite possibly the most volatile, dangerous, explosive compound in the galaxy. Most commonly used in thermal detonators.
It's the big thermal detonator.
Are employed to level enemy bases and scuttle ships. Yeah, so this thing would... I would say if you lit it up right now, it would blow up the whole station.
Okay, so the baradium charge is ship destruction.
Yes.
So we can probably sell it for quite a bit.
Or keep it.
Or keep it.
I need money.
Or sell it and then keep
Yeah,
it.
you do. but
Okay,
that's
and
on
then
you.
so is the baradium charge
We can use
and
this for a
The, where'd it go? The detonite charge.
Okay.
Which is a smaller one.
What was the sword?
The RS-01 Ripper Power Sword.
Yes.
RS-01. How many weapons do you have on you right now? Mm-hmm.
Look, you
Ah!
made my ancient sword
broken.
basically useless.
I did no such thing. It does plus 3 damage, 2 crit, 3 HP, and it has Cumbersome 3, Pierce 2, Sunder, Knockdown, Vicious 2.
What the fuck? And what was the rifle?
It's a proton rifle.
I feel like someone in the resistance would love this thing, and I don't want to up my encumbrance right
The
now.
MR90 proton rifle is 10 damage, 2 crit, extreme range, 2 HP, accurate 1, Cumbersome 3, Knockdown.
Wait, that's what I got.
And as a maneuver, set the weapon to charge setting and it gains Breach 1 and Concussive 2 for the next shot.
Yeah,
Nice.
after that it's like,
When fired, the weapon then runs out of ammunition.
yeah,
Oh.
when you use that way.
Yeah, just when you use it the charge setting.
That's why I haven't used it.
So that's all that's in there.
Get through some
So-
Also in the corner is what looks to be an old buzz droid.
I'm gonna take it. Put it on the ship. Make sure it's off, and that there's no way anyone's gonna turn it on.
I can hit
Do
it.
an restraining bolt.
You just
Yeah, I'll just put it.
I mean, I could. I just.
It's already deactivated. You don't need to turn
Oh,
it on.
Well,
Bam! It's broken now.
who's sitting on our ship right now?
Foldus.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Fulvis came
The
with
droids.
The droids.
Like a ship
Yeah.
yeah.
And Fulvis. Or
Fulvis is with you guys.
Yeah.
Fulvis is with us for some reason.
Yeah.
Because she's
She's the contact.
yeah, she's the contact.
Okay,
And she's the
Not
so-
all suspicious contact.
Let's keep going forward.
'Kay.
Well, first,
Did you kill the guy you
no,
knocked
I'm
out?
not.
He's
I'm,
knocked
just,
out.
I'm deciding what I want to do with him.
Can I kill him?
No. I stab his neck.
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
We're going all in, huh?
He's dead. He's bleeding out.
Just stab his neck. I don't know.
Oh, you snapped his neck. I thought you
No.
said you stabbed his neck.
No, I just.
Two.
All right. Yeah. You.
Okay.
Either way, he did.
I'm tossing him in the army room, closing the door.
No.
That
We-
would be a bad
if
idea.
if he's gonna take his identity, let's not. Is there an airlock?
Yeah.
Let's throw him out of the airlock.
Okay.
That way, you can pretend to be him, and no one's gonna find his body. For a while, at least.
I could have woken up and interrogated him. Oh well, too late now.
Oh yeah.
Interrogated him for what?
Okay.
So he has a more concrete like identity.
Let's just go around. You take the lead to you. Well, you're gonna pretend to be the guy.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like, we will. The rest of us will stick out like a sore thumb.
I mean, I am a slave species. You could. Never mind. I'm metagaming. Try not. I'm trying not to do that. I'm gonna be good.
Good job.
Let's see. Haley, what species are you again?
Duros.
Okay. Can I say that, like, if we come across people that you brought Anya and Haley's characters on as new hires, and David and Alex are slaves that they brought?
Okay.
Do a really bad Wookiee roar.
Okay.
I keep forgetting
I'll
that
just
I
tell
get a
them
boost
we're
die to
fine.
perception checks because of my fucking tentacles,
Mhm.
because they can sense things.
Mhm. Write that down.
I have it written down.
You just don't look at it.
Problem.
Well, know it then. That's the important part. Okay.
Alright, but I guess we're just gonna start walking in. And does Fulvis know what direction to head to find her?
She doesn't have a layout yet
Okay.
of the station. She says that she's never been on one of these before, so she does not know. But she assumes that maybe a control center.
Yeah, is there like a terminal or something we can check?
I'll have to find one first. And then you can either go to the left or straight.
What's the boat voice?
Left.
Straight.
Well, last time you went left, you meant loot.
Straight.
Okay.
I don't want to deal with loot.
So you go straight, and you find it's like a kind of sciencey room. There's like chemical compounds and scientific stuff, and there's like 3 Godel in there, and they're like with goggles on and like messing with stuff. They don't see you guys.
Okay.
Walk by them or kill them.
Apparently. He wants to knock them out.
I'm gonna sneak up and
How
punch
many?
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many people are in here?
Just 3.
Okay, yeah, we can knock them out.
Can I have Braun and just grab
I
2 of
was
them and
already
knock
doing
their heads together? So,
So Haley's going in for the kill.
are you going for the kill?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna punch him pretty hard. I got a pretty decent brawl.
Can I do like the same thing, but like, if I get high enough, I just get both of them, knock them out together?
I shot 2 of them.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Hold on.
4 advantage, 2 success.
So what you do, so David just goes pew pew and shoots those 2 guys dead, and the other one's like, what? And as he turns around, she just bam knocks him so hard that you can hear like a crick in his neck.
Ouch. Can we do a perception check on what they're making or fucking around with?
Yeah, looking around, there's a credit cleaner.
Ooh, we take that.
There's cybernetic reflexes.
Take that.
2 adrenal pumps, a
Interesting.
data spike, and 2 utility arm.
Ooh, we take all of it.
Take all of it.
So, credit cleaner, cyber reflex,
What center?
2 adrenal.
Yeah, 2 adrenal pumps, a data spike. I think I said everything.
Utility arms.
40.
Trying
What's a
to use
utility arm?
any of my things.
You attach it to yourself and you have like a robot arm.
Oh, okay, so,
Fuck yeah.
and the cyber reflex, or,
It's cybernetic reflexes. It's in. I don't remember which one it's in, but
that's fine, I just need to remember.
I think it just like improves your
I assume
senses
it
or
probably,
something.
Yeah, it's probably an implant that just
Makes it faster, so I don't know. Excuse me.
it probably just maybe would up like your athletics or something like that.
Probably, or agility.
Or agility, yeah.
Yeah.
But, okay, so we got those.
Data spike.
Search the bodies.
Total of about 50 credits, and they just had blaster pistols on them.
Okay.
One of them had a death stick.
I take the death stick.
Nice try.
Are these like just, these are like the generic run-of-your-mill blast pistols you get like 50
Like
credits,
the-
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not all shit.
No,
Not-
build a better one too.
Any other chemical
No.
agents that are worth taking?
Not really, no.
Do we want to hide the bodies or find another airlock?
How far are we from the last airlock?
A ways.
Okay.
Hide the bodies.
Well, then you said there were
No.
chemicals in here.
Yeah.
Can we use
No.
those?
Are you gonna
Go
Walter White
ahead.
these bitches?
Oh, yeah, just melt them.
Yeah,
Can I
looking at
try?
some of these, there's like some of these are acids.
So
Before we do that, is there any of them that have a higher ranking status than the
No,
person?
they were just science
Alright, dump in
thugs.
the acid.
Well, put them in the like a back corner, and then do it.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna put them in the trash can and then I'm gonna dump acid on them.
That's actually a smarter idea.
Yeah.
It's also desecrating a body, which I think goes into your.
you feel bad.
Got her.
Yeah, so that's gonna make it go down.
Remember, you need to
You have to be
You
the
need
moral
to-
compass.
you need to be in charge of monitoring Haley.
Yes, because clearly I'm the troublemaker of this group.
I got David.
And
Alright,
then
He's
anyway.
Nate,
the
watch
worst
yourself. Anywho, it looks like the central part of the station is the command center, and then there's like the prisons surrounding it. Looking down one hallway, there's about 5 thugs standing around.
How about the yellow one?
3.
Let's go for one with.
And so it's like it's a crossroad. So like 3, 5, and then it's just clean getaway if you go that way. But you could be seen if you run or walk across.
Let's
Do we
go
want-
to the group with 5 and just take them out. How tall is the hallway? Like normal room?
We have the yellow one surprise.
I'd say about from this height.
Okay. So there's no flying over them.
No, no. Smart thinking, but no.
Would have been interesting.
you have thermal detonators.
Yeah.
One group.
Oh wait, now we're allowed to throw thermal detonators at thugs?
Well, I'm assuming they don't have plot armor.
They don't have plot armor
Okay. Go ahead, you guys.
or other things.
On what conditions
You're
does your
looking
auto
at me
fire
like
function?
Oh, good. I'm gonna get more
I
conflict from this.
have to get to advantage,
To
and
advantage.
it increases the difficulty of the attack. But for every 7 to advantage, I can activate it. Or with
How
time.
hard would it be to get away scot-free?
How close can I get to them?
Oh no.
Do you want to just walk up and then I'll try to auto fire?
Wait, why would I walk up and do your line of fire?
No. Okay, wait. We have a guy looking like one of the
yeah.
one of the guys.
Yes.
Why can't we get information from them before any shoot first things happen? Why don't we ask questions first?
That's probably a good idea.
You want to do that, Nate?
I'm gonna be honest, I've been checking out for this entire bit. I can go up to them, sure. How many are there?
Like I said, 5.
Okay.
5 on one side, 3 on the other side.
All right. And one of them's like, "What do you want?"
So I'm looking for the prison quarters. We've got 2 slaves that we're trying to take down there.
They look at you and they're like, "You work here."
Yeah, I had a rough night. I got really wasted.
Make a hard deception check and make 2 of those purple red.
Oof. I got 5 success.
All right, and I'm like, well, we were playing some Bach last night, but I guess afterward he did leave a little early. All right, well, you need to get your head checked out. Why don't you go see the medical droid?
Alright.
I mean, you're just standing there in front of him, just staring at him.
Yeah.
Well, he asked for directions to
I
the
did
prison.
ask for directions.
Oh. Okay, I guess I'll. And one of them's like, fine, I guess I'll leave you. He's like, come on. So the other 4 stand there, and then one of them takes him. Quick, get more Claudites looking like Godels. Let's go. All of you pretend to be a Godel and just talk to them. Be like, hey guys, I was drunk last night.
I mean, if
Yeah, that'll
he's taking the 2 of us with him, since
Yeah, because I said that we got like 2 people to a prison. So
Wait, what?
I said my whole cover for going down to the prison area was I got these 2 slaves. To
Right,
the prison
yeah.
area, so.
And so yeah, you guys start walking. One of them was like, why aren't they shackled?
They're very obedient.
Right. 4 red. Because that is the biggest bullshit.
If you make this unnecessary.
2 success.
I was prepared to shoot.
You are full of bantha poodoo, but
I am like a character expecting the corporate espionage, so.
This is not corporate espionage.
No, I know
This
how
is
to lie.
bullshit lying.
I know how to lie. That's the thing.
corporate. I'm like, okay. So you take these 2 down to the prison area, and meanwhile the ladies are like, what do we do?
I'm just chilling.
I need to like. Okay.
You need to what?
Okay. No. All right. Anyway, so you guys go over, and the Dungeoneer's like, what?
Got 2 people to transfer in.
So it's 3
How
and
many
4.
people are in here?
Yeah, how many people are?
Just 2.
Okay. So I'd say the plan is once they're starting to move you into the cell, you guys just jump them.
Okay.
I'm gonna hang back and actually help.
Honey, what's your character's name?
So there's only 2 people, right? When they're transferring people.
There's 2 prisoners. There's a dungeoneer and 2 other guards.
Are we like newbies?
Yeah.
You wanna go find the break room with me?
You know, like I'll just hit one of them and I'll try to take out the other 2.
Here, I could actually.
Where's Fulvis in all this, by
You
the way?
guys
She's
grab.
with you guys.
Yeah, we're gonna find
Alright.
the break room.
You
Okay.
guys, like grab one.
I'm
guy
gonna
and try to
find
shoot
the
him.
terminal. Computer terminal.
You wanna grab one?
She
You
runs
shoot
off.
one, I shoot one.
Give me a
Yeah, sure. Well,
I'll
so our current plan is our current plan is I'm gonna grab one guy, and then they're gonna shoot the
Apparently
other
we're
2.
following her instead.
Oh, okay. Sorry, what were you guys saying? I
Our
was
current plan is I'm gonna grab one, and
They're
Those
each
2
gonna
are-
shoot one of the other.
Yeah. Once
Okay.
the guards guard is down, like when they're putting them into the cell, they're gonna jump up and I'm gonna shoot one of them.
Okay.
So.
So, Dungeoneer's like trying to open. I was like, get this. He's trying to push Greg. He's like, come on. He's like this fat, short little goat. He's like, come on, get it.
I did not notice the weapons on this.
Shh.
plot development. Okay.
You know what? That's a dick.
Hey, you already gave it to me.
I already fired these.
You know what? Let's put it this way. He's like, so this is what really happens. He's like, hey, I got new slaves, or I got new prisoners. All right, 3 and 4. Why does that one have a gun? Bam! The other 2, yeah, the other 2 are dead. Let's be real here.
Yeah.
You just grab and just wham!
Yeah. That was. Yeah.
Honestly, though, like I have a big gun with me. I don't know how.
I mean, anything above hard difficulty, I've basically automatically succeeded at it, almost. As long as brawl.
Okay, let's see if we can free the other prisoners if they look helpful.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we want to free them anyway.
Yeah.
Also, can we contact Fulvis and ask who she's looking for?
She's like, she's saying that she's trying to find the command center.
But like we're in the prison, so we can get the person out.
Oh, and she's like, well, in that case, I'll just come to you guys then.
So she didn't have to
We're
get past
the-
more people.
Can we
Don't worry about
look
it.
through the cells and see if anyone's resistance that we know of, or
Well, it's only one other person.
oh,
So it has to be usually like.
No, I'm sorry. There was 2 guards in the Dungeoneer. They're all dead. There's 2 prisoners.
So who are the 2 prisoners?
One of them's the informant, obviously. The other one is some Rhodian.
Okay. Can we inquire their names and who they are and stuff?
The Rhodian is like, his name is Jurgo, and he is a smuggler with the Smugglers Alliance. And he's like, I was a lot of spice on me, took me. Y'all get me out, get me back to the Smugglers Alliance. Pay you a lot.
okay, yeah,
Yes,
free 'em.
Please, I want to get out. They're so boring.
Okay, I'm gonna free him. Did the guards have weapons?
Just blaster pistols.
Okay. Do we
Blast
trust?
pistol.
Give the informant and the Rhodian a blaster.
Bam, bam, bam. Betrayed, bitch. No, I'm just kidding. The informant is a human, and he's some bald guy, and
It's Lobot.
My brain immediately went to Bosco. But that's not right. 'cause he was
I didn't mean to click. Okay, that's fine. So the informant is what? He's like, who are you guys?
Maybe friends.
We've heard that you have contact with an agent named Fulvis.
And he's like, is she here?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. Are you guys
Maybe friends.
maybe friends? Well, I mean, if she knows you guys, then okay. Let's say this quick because, you know, security camera.
We can blow that up.
Okay, not like there's someone in a room looking at cameras, right?
So
Right?
yeah.
Am I right?
No.
No. Like the fuck?
Who's this?
Idiot.
Yeah.
What is this thing anyway? I've never seen one.
Natman.
I'm not stupid. I'm more of a fool than.
Does that mean you're stupid?
No,
No.
there's a difference between a
Oh. Fulvis needs to get better allies.
Wait, did we confirm Fulvis is good? Or
Nope.
no?
Well,
Okay.
okay, so what we should do is ask leading questions to this informant without revealing that we're part of the resistance and see which side we're spying on.
So the informant's like, all right, so there's some information that needs to be said.
Okay. You want to say it?
The First Order, as you know, in the New Republic, they're at a neutral standpoint. No one's going to attack the other one. Well, I have intel that the First Order is going to invade Ord Mantell. And they're going to just immediately start war because they think they have enough to take on the New Republic.
Oh,
So
Yike.
from what we can tell, they probably.
here's where also and Fulvis comes in and she's like, Brock, his name's Brock, and she's like,
No spiky hair.
what happened? And no, he's bald. He has spiky eyebrows. I don't know what that means, but picture out of that you will. And
Okay.
okay. And so Brock is then I forgot to tell you that your Amani, the slave that you rescued back on Meriden, he stayed behind on Utapau to watch over the base, and he's gonna try and get some of the Amani on his side. Just
Okay.
completely forgot to mention that. It was a very delicate situation. Y'all were leaving. It was intense. Anyway, and he's like, here's the other important part. Resistance High Command has a First Order traitor. So, that info must be delivered to Leia only.
Great.
Problem.
Okay? And Fulvis is like, yes, this has been part of my big mission is I'm trying to identify who the traitor is. I think I know who, and Fulvis is like, I think I know who it is. I'm not 100% certain. It's down to about 5 people.
Big? Wow. Wow.
She's like, it's down to 5. It's down to 5 people. I'm not sure who it is. What?
Big?
I don't know. That's technically one of them. Yes. So let me get this out here real quick before security arrives or something horrible happens. Here's the thing. One of them is a First Order traitor. One of them knows I, am spying on them. So we can't figure each other out because it'll give both of us away essentially, and that could be bad. So with this information, and since I'm staying behind, so I don't look suspicious to the First Order, I need you guys to deliver the message to Leia whenever you get to the Resistance base.
Wait, weren't we here to break out the First Order guy?
Yes.
Yeah, but we're leaving.
Well, that is if we can get the information. The informant and Fulvis is like, I'm gonna take him with me. We're just gonna work some stuff out. Don't worry about it. I've been trained for this stuff. Done it 12 times. So when you tell Leia, just say that the source, it's a reliable source. Oh, look at that, the title. Just say it's a reliable source. She knows to trust it.
So, reliable source. Resistance High Command has a traitor.
Yes. And that the First Order is going to be attacking Ord Mantell soon.
Okay.
And so we need to
Find
prepare
Leia
the fleets
before.
and find Leia soon before open war comes out. We need to catch them by surprise before they catch us by surprise.
Okay.
Okay.
So, do you want us to cause a distraction?
I'd love to. And then you hear, that won't be necessary. It's Phasma!
Yo!
What?
One of you rolled a 19 and it's Phasma. And Falu is with her. And he's like, you people! Everyone roll for initiative.
Oh, yeah, initiative. That's what it is.
It'll be cool since you guys were probably prepared.
Ah, cool.
Can I have vigilance
Can I
instead?
do vigilance? Yeah.
No, it has to be either your... No, you weren't prepared, so it's vigilance. I'm sorry.
Good.
Vigilance chance.
Triumph, 2 advantage, 1 success.
2 success, 2 advantage.
David's first. What'd you say again? Sorry.
2 success, 2 advantage.
Okay.
I forget. What do we roll against?
It's just vigilance.
It's just your vigilance.
2 success.
1 success, 3 advantage.
5 success, 1 advantage.
Okay, so it's gonna go David, Nate, Phasma. What?
I just added stuff because my new power with foresee is that I can add 2 things to force the control thing. So add 2 success. So it's 4 success now. Sorry, I was doing that while you were doing things, and I was like, wait a minute.
Well, I'm doing things while you're doing things.
We're all doing things.
Okay, well.
Oh.
Yikes.
Haven't got difficulty yet. Well, no, we're looking.
We're in the small room,
Yeah.
and I know what the range is, and then I'm just gonna use auto fire, might as well, and I am able to do it.
Okay. They also brought back just some totals. So it's going David, Nate, Phasma, Anya, Falu, Greg, Borrelia, and the minion group.
Okay.
Where am I?
Brock doing anything?
Fuck.
Wait.
I'm
Yeah, did you say
sorry.
Alex as well?
Greg, yes. Why do you have to use a human ass name?
Because it's hilarious.
I'm gonna fucking kill your character.
Um,
Fuck it. Fulvus and Brock go in last. Brock can't even fight. Also, there's that road. I'll figure it out.
okay.
David, go first already.
I rolled. Activating auto fire.
Okay.
So I'm hitting. I'll hit Phasma twice, 17 damage both times.
Well, do you remember what happens in The Last Jedi when you shoot her?
Oh my god!
So it bounces off.
Thanks, David.
Even for choice of armor.
Oh, 5.
Success.
I can't do anything. I thought it's like, okay, just kill her, so we don't have to worry about her the rest of the campaign.
You hit it bounces off. Informant Brock gets shot. 17 damage, dead.
What the fuck? Fuck.
Yeah. So what happens is you just go bam, ping, boom, and Fulvus is like,
You could have hit Fulvus.
You are our greatest enemy.
Not even trying this campaign.
Tristan.
"Are you okay?"
I'm frustrated. What's going wrong?
You're frustrated. I'm trying to give you guys some help here.
I have a question.
Hey, guess
I
what?
have an answer, I hope.
How does my weapon
Do Verpine pistols shoot projectiles or lasers?
Which gun do you have?
Verpine pistol?
God.
I don't know. If it said slug
At least we
thrower,
already got the information on
Verpine
that
weapons
moment.
are
I mean, it's pretty much like useless to us
in that
now.
case, it's just a bullet.
Okay.
If it's a slug
Would
thrower.
that bounce off Phasma's armor, or would that?
I would say it bounces off as well.
So really, the only thing we can do is have me run up to her, grab her by her leg,
I have a
and
knife.
poke fuck her
Use
up.
melee weapons.
Fuck it up, man.
Hey, guess what? I don't have any.
I
What?
do.
What about the sword?
I have my melee weapon, and that is fucking it. I
So
don't
use
use
it.
anything else.
Yeah, we're the only ones that can do
So
anything.
if I decide to shoot anyone else in that group, they'd be dead probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey Tristan.
You'll probably
Can
get
I-
another chance, David.
Can I
Don't
shoot
worry.
Falu instead?
Can you what?
Shoot Falu
I think it's a
instead.
lifetime point
Yeah.
to follow.
Nate's next. We're going this route.
God.
Go for Phasma,
Let's
and
see.
then I'll go for the minion group if there's nothing else.
God.
This is so fun. All the ways I'm just like, oh, this is gonna be fun. So this is gonna happen, and this is gonna happen, and then like none of that was happening. It's just
Wait, what does Pierce do again?
it goes through armor soak.
Would that be effective against Phasma's armor or not?
No.
No.
I would vouch for that.
I had Pierce 1 on my weapon.
I would say for hers it needs to be at least. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna say at least like Pierce 4 and above to like
To just
do
go for
some
it.
damage.
Okay, I'll shoot Falu then.
Okay.
I did 11 damage and I crit,
All right.
so
D100 for me, my friend.
You are the greatest.
I got a 73.
Not even.
That's not bad.
You blinded him, and it makes sense because one of them's an eye patch, so you shot the other eye. All right, so that brings Falu out of the running. Phasma's up. Phasma's like, you just shot me, bitch.
Yikes.
Please tell me Phasma actually said bitch. That would be terrific.
Calls him a nerf herder or something. David, do you have any defense? No.
No defense. I'm getting
Bye.
messed up by this. Someone take my weapon if I die.
14 damage.
I live.
I live.
I'll be barely.
Anya, you're up.
Yo. Alright,
More than half my health.
she's silhouette one, isn't she?
Do it.
Oh shit.
Make her
Yeah.
come down on your knife.
Anya, yeah, pull her into your sword.
Okay.
Y'all like, kill her, kill her, kill her. She's like, I'm the moral compass. Y'all are like, that's like going up to the Pope and be like, hey, commit a murder, commit a murder.
Do it. Do it.
Wait, you just have the.
I just have the force spike because the ancient sword does 1 damage now.
Cool. Don't you have the vibro sword or something just picked
No.
up?
I didn't take it.
She didn't take the sword.
It
No.
had encumbrance 3.
Oh.
She don't have that.
Did no one take the sword?
No.
I thought you took the sword. That's why I
No,
didn't
no one
take
took the sword. She just wanted to know the stats. I told her the stats. She didn't say anything. That just means she didn't take it. Unless I hear you take it, you did not take it. That's final word.
Okay, then okay. I'm gonna say this now, and you all hear me now.
Like, you have to be specific in what you want.
If we survive this scenario and
Yes.
we escape,
Yes.
I make a quick run and I grab the sword.
Okay.
I thought we took all of the weapons.
I thought you said we
Like,
take all the
take
weapons.
all of
I
them.
never heard anyone say take any weapons. You guys only took a buzz droid and the bombs.
Oh, I thought me taking the rifle was because I wrote it down. So,
Yeah.
So if okay,
yeah, I
my bad. I apologize. I digress. You took it then.
yeah, okay. But we gotta make a backtrack at the sword if we survive this.
Okay.
Okay.
The sword is left in the armory still.
Okay, Nate. Well,
Yeah.
you hit the guy, so it's Phasma's turn, right?
Phasma already
Phasma
shot,
wins.
so it's
Right.
Anya.
Yeah, sorry.
Your turn. That's why
Let's
she
kill
was-
people.
She's in the air right now, and I'm going to run at her because hopefully, with my force bite.
And then you just run past her. You just kept running.
6
Bye,
damage,
bitch. What?
6 damage, and it's pierce 2
Okay.
with the force spike.
Okay.
So it's a melee weapon, and
Yes.
in the Last Jedi, melee weapon did damage her armor.
That is true.
Yeah, so all we
You
do
like
to Phasma-
basically with her the force in the air, you go and slam her up into the ceiling, essentially.
Pretty much.
Ooh, Anya, if you defeat her, you could take her melee weapon.
Her
I can take
spear.
fucking armor.
Yeah, but I'm saying like her poison spear.
Falu is going to attempt.
I got
Aw,
around.
poor
Probably
Paolo.
would never.
He is almost like.
I'm gonna
our
play this song because
nemesis.
it doesn't fit.
And before the completely blind father blends Harry.
I would just throw my thermal detonator.
That would just be wrong.
Hey,
I would end it all.
you would end all of us.
Correct.
Great.
I know what I said.
I
Somehow.
have parry. By
Okay.
the way.
So somehow he tries to shoot. So 9.
So yeah. Oh,
Hold on. I need to find parry.
blind man shooting.
Restrain.
He also got a threat. 6 threats. So where he stumbled and shot one of his own men.
Okay, you said 9 damage?
Yeah. You're up, Alex.
Okay.
Crushed Phasma.
Yeah.
Where's Phasma currently?
Phasma's.
On the ceiling being impaled by Anya.
Yeah.
End it.
Okay. So.
Try and keep her
Rip her
armor
helmet off.
intact.
Yes, please.
Ruin her helmet, but keep her armor intact so Anya can
Okay, what difficulty would be for a brawl?
You're big, you can do it. So
Okay.
just do it normally.
2.
Add a setback die just because she's on the ceiling.
Okay.
Not much
Okay,
damage.
so 4 success, 2 advantage. And brawl damage is done by it's your brawn. And then however many successes
Yes.
added on.
Yes.
And what would the crit to crit be?
2, I think.
So by that I would do.
Or I don't remember fist to fist combat.
It would probably be
I
like
think crit is 3.
it's like a 3 because if you're wearing gloves, it's 2.
Well,
You can
I
lower
have
it down.
I have Circle Vibro knuckles on.
Oh,
Oh,
then you
yeah.
do.
Then yeah, so that is a crit.
should be
That is a
crit
crit too.
Okay.
Alright, so yeah,
so
this
it's a
is
crit rating 2.
Okay.
I have died for crit, like, available.
96.
I will give you thine honor of how would you like to kill Captain Phasma?
Okay. So
Don't shoot.
I reach up and I grab her. I slam her down.
Yeah.
I reach my fist up and I punch her helmet. It goes off. And then in like
Can't break the helmet. You can destroy the helmet.
Yeah,
I
helmet.
knock the helmet off because
Yeah.
I kind of want the trophy. And then
Alright.
He earned it.
I pick her up again and I swing her like Hulk
Hulk
Loki style.
Bam, bam,
But
bam.
doing that, her skull managed to explode, so there's blood and guts everywhere.
Okay, that's fair. The other two Godel run.
That is a smart idea.
And the Rhodian who's just like ah!
I feel.
So father's still alive, right?
Yeah, he is blind on the ground and he's like, what is going on?
He's like, what was that noise?
Yeah, he's like, what was that?
Can like pieces of skull
Can I
like just
just
splatter
kill
him?
Yes,
Sure.
please do.
Yeah.
I'll
Wait,
walk
what'd you
you-
say?
I was gonna
Kill
kill
him.
Follow.
Kill him.
Honestly,
You're saying
Well,
that?
no.
Well,
I'm saying no.
wait, how many people
I'm
are left?
not.
Is it just the mini group?
no, mini group left. They ran.
They left, so
Just him.
It's
It's
just
just
follow
follow.
on the ground, defenseless and blind.
Okay.
We can get money.
No, honestly, we should.
Can
Capture
we?
him.
He's
Yes.
useless. He's got no eyes.
Yeah.
He's still like
Still got
he's still alive. He might have
Yeah.
information.
Can I
Yeah,
just
I
like
have information.
backhand him and backhand knock him out?
Sure.
He would have been so dead.
Alright.
Like, I couldn't shoot Phasma, so I'll shoot you.
I
3
can't
success, 2 advantage, and knock the bitch
Yeah,
out.
he's knocked out. I
Yeah.
can't believe you fucking shot the informant by accident.
Guys, I won
That
by
is so
Phasma.
funny.
Yes.
Is there any way we can
You're the man who killed Dengar, Boba Fett, and Phasma. The 3 most useless characters in Star Wars.
It's great.
Is there any way that we can save the informant, or is he super dead?
He did 17 damage. That man was not wearing armor.
It's like David's weapon is like I probably wouldn't be able to take a shot from him.
Fuck.
It
Wait.
would kill and yeah.
Okay,
Kill
so
everyone.
we're leaving.
Yeah.
I'm taking
I
Phasma's
built
body
something, so, like,
and
I
armor and
like
shit.
this.
Yeah, I want to.
Well,
Then I added the
I don't want to strip the armor off while we're still in the prison.
Okay.
So we
I
take
need to
that.
do that.
We grab Falu. We go back to the ship. Does
Does Fulvus need a
Ful-
ride?
yeah.
Or is she
No,
gonna
she's
go
staying,
up?
remember?
She's
Because she
staying.
wants to
Yeah, but she
report
was
back.
gonna go with Brock, and now that's not an
Oh,
option.
right.
She's like, you know what? Phasma brought a shuttle here. I'm just going to take it.
okay. So
That's Mari.
we're leaving. We run back, grab the sword, and go.
Good luck, rebels. And she just looks at Brock and she's like, okay. And she just runs off.
Sorry about Brock.
So what exactly was the name of the sword?
It is a RS-01 Ripper power sword. RS-01 Ripper power
I
sword.
thought it was only going to be against like weak things. I thought the gun would be enough to rip through.
You're heading back to your
guys.
guys' ship
That is
now.
a valid assumption.
Because it's an insanely powerful gun.
That is a
Okay.
valid assumption.
We're back on the ship now, apparently.
You guys on the ship, you're leaving now.
Okay. Wait,
Definitely.
what weapon did Phasma have?
Oh,
Yeah.
You want to grab her melee weapon?
she did not have that on her.
Oh, rip.
But I assume she had like a decent-ish.
She had a, let me go, because there is actually stats for her, and I forgot to fucking do setback die for her because she's an adversary. I keep forgetting that. Whatever.
Okay.
What?
I also need the stats for her armor.
Well,
Can I have her? You can have her helmet.
You can have a yeah. You
It's a
can't
trophy.
wear her armor.
should I just string it together?
Okay.
Do you want the armor that I currently have?
What do you currently have?
Stormtrooper.
I already have like. It's probably better than what I have because my my shit's cheaty Stormtrooper armor.
Okay.
I'll take the helmet.
It's
yeah.
It is +3 soak. With ranged defense 2. And then that's it.
Impervious to blaster bolts.
Yeah, and
Because it's a unique item, it does not have HP points to modify it.
I think
You also have her cloak. So that's cool.
I think being impervious to blaster bolts is pretty.
Yeah.
Also, blaster rifle. It's heavy. 9 damage, long range.
Oh, so it's a standard blaster rifle.
Yeah, and 3 advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a first order blaster rifle. Wow, the Phasma.
Oh,
Question. It
I
is
can't believe
technically.
Zach missed that.
It is technically impervious kind of to
to
blaster
most
bolts.
blaster fire.
It will require Pierce 4 and above to do
Get through
damage.
Or a breach. Breach
Yeah.
one.
Or breach, yeah.
Well, yeah, breach gets through anything.
Breach 1. Boom. Poor
So
Phasma.
now there's a party member I can't kill. There's more shots. I can kill the rest of the party.
You know, that makes me uncomfortable knowing that you're still in Lid's pocket and you have a gun that can do that.
No, remember, once he decides to take my generous deal,
I'm being in debt to you?
In memory of
I'm not going
Phasma,
to shoot you.
in memory of Phasma, I'm gonna play this song because Greg, you mutilated her, so I'm gonna play this song.
What's its encumbrance?
4.
Okay, cool. It's the same.
But that's only if you're like carrying it. So like if you wear it,
It's 1.
yeah.
Because it goes down by 3. Only one.
How much soap did your stormtrooper armor?
Get it? You died in your arms tonight. Bam, 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 bam. Oh yeah. Well, we have a Greg.
You have like a lot around you.
Yeah, but that's only because like
Taking it.
I can just keep taking stormtrooper armor, just adding it on.
Well, now you have colorful stormtrooper armor too. Because I
Made it colorful.
yes.
So try to
You satined it.
you do have
I'm
that
gonna do the same thing for this armor.
that droid, that buzz droid.
What about it?
Deactivated if you want to look at it or anything.
Fix it.
You just gotta turn it on. It's just turned off.
Turn it on and make it loyal. Reprogram it.
It's it opens up and it's like defensive. It's just like backs up in a corner, like climbs up the wall. It's like hissing essentially. Like it's just like, who are you? Essentially, you know.
Friend.
Friends.
Yeah.
And what power?
And
Wait, what?
People are
Did you just offer the buzz droid power?
like a charge. Like
energy,
people eat
not like
food.
positions
Why
of
would not
power.
a droid? Why would a droid not want energy?
Okay.
That was my
I just need a clarification on that.
and it asks, are you friends of the princess?
What the fuck is
Do you
this
mean
Are you
Princess
kidding
Leia?
me?
Yes.
And then it like comes down and it identifies itself as PS 9857.
Oh no. PS 9857.
Mm-hmm. This droid used to slice into Imperial ships and has great knowledge on Imperial warships.
Nice. How many droids did she have?
You got the last one.
Okay.
Finally.
Do you know where Leia is? We were trying to find.
Negative.
We have important information for her.
Do you know last
Let's
place?
get rid of the Rhodian. Go free him. Hopefully he'll give us money.
And he was like, yeah, I want to go.
Yeah,
And he's just like, here's a nearby space station you can take me to. I can go the rest there. We'll that's under the Smugglers Alliance, and they pay you 15,000.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3,000.
Yeah.
I feel like you're like, can I?
I need to get
And tries to contact you guys. He's like, hey, we're just in the middle of space, damaged. Are you guys gonna come back?
Yep.
Oh yeah, we still have the shit guy with us.
What guy?
The Toydarian.
Oh yeah, he's just been sitting on the ship this whole time, just sitting there.
Okay,
Yep.
so let's go back to
Loving.
let's let's go back to
our
our
fleet and fix
Your
it.
fleet.
yes, our people.
Yes.
I'm so sad I didn't get to use the last roll that I did because I got a triumph.
Oh well. You'll sit. Trust me. There's plenty of enemies to go after. You guys. You find your fleet. Come on, click. Boop boop. And you guys are somewhere. I don't want to put you guys. You guys are just like somewhere in here. So,
Wait, could you zoom out? Or yeah,
sorry.
no, you're fine.
Basically, like right down here in this little corner.
Okay. So
And all the ships are damaged, like even the subjugator.
I'll try to start fixing.
so if we okay, hear me out, y'all. Could we, since we have no idea where Leia is, could we possibly take the Drifter
Mhm.
to Ormantel and warn them? So just like space beam a transmission down, like, hey, you're gonna get invaded by the First Order. Might want to mount your defenses, run away. Would that be a smart option?
Could be.
Or could it even be done? First off,
I don't know. Could be. Who knows what could happen? So you guys are sitting around discussing, you know, about that there's a possible First Order traitor and all that. Hey, when one of the droids that you built is like, we're detecting a massive object coming out of hyperspace,
Let's take a look at it.
and out pops a planet.
What?
wait. What was the place we went to? There was no planet.
No. Okay. Does it look like a normal planet, or does it?
Have a giant space laser.
It looks like this.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I thought it was. What's his name again?
Zonama Seacot.
Is he a living
So-
planet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Was a living sentient world capable of traveling through space.
Oh, fuck.
While Zonama was the planet itself, Seacot was the living intelligence. It was also the seat of the original Yuzan Vong homeworld.
So evil people.
No, this planet did not like the evil Yuuzhan Vong. Like, Yuuzhan Vong was like, oh shit, it's our homeworld reincarnated. And the planet's like, get the fuck away from me.
So, yeah, so the planet is just like, greetings.
Wait, we can hear the planet?
Planet talk. Planet
It's like in your
planet
mind or
talk.
something.
Yeah. Calm down. We need help.
I can tell. No, I assure you.
Can we
I'm
land?
a good son. Yes. Yes.
Good, still scary.
I do not have any workshops for your damaged ships.
Do you have resources? Metals to fix our ships?
I mean, theoretically, you're asking if we can dig into them and
Yeah.
scrape skin and bone off, or and meat off. Of them.
No, I do
Okay.
not.
Can you take us to some place with it?
And it's just like it looks at you. I'm just
The
kidding.
planet-
It just yeah, no.
It just rotates
Um,
looking at all of us.
And it asks, you know, this is a interesting assortment of ships. You know, what's going on with it?
We're trying to find the resistance.
Help people.
We're trying to help people. Some of us are just
Bad.
really bad at it.
How does that make you feel?
Bad.
And so what can you do to improve on yourself?
To make better decisions.
That's a good start.
No, talk decision.
Mistakes are a learning opportunity. You just have to think before you act.
Next time, think to yourself, how difficult would it be to shoot through that armor?
Bugman. 10/015.
What?
He's trying to give me 10,000, and then I owe him 15,000. So I'm down 25,000.
No, you'd only be. You'd
No,
still only owe
52.
15.
It's no to you, but
And Zanama is like, and what do you seek?
to help my people and keep them safe.
And what do you seek?
To create a farming utopia.
And what do you seek?
Friends, family.
Aw.
So
And-
far, I like them.
And what do you seek?
To end corruption.
And what do you seek?
A way to help my sister and a way to help the galaxy.
Then you are all of noble and of good heart, I trust. And it begins to rattle off a series of numbers. The planet.
Do they correspond to coordinates?
Yes.
Let's go.
Thank you, Scary Good Planet.
And it says, and Zanama Seekai says, trust in yourself, trust in the Force. And it goes off into hyperspace.
Is he a Green Lantern too?
I don't know. So it takes you out here. About right in here.
Near Jakku. Or was Jakku?
Is Jakku still standing?
Jakku's never blown up.
Okay.
Are
Okay.
you thinking of Jeddah?
Yeah.
Jeddah never got blown up.
Yeah.
What was I gonna look up real quick? Hold on real quick. Because I gotta describe stuff.
Music for Leia to come into.
Hopefully.
Because it's about freaking time. We have too many of her droids.
Zonom was like, just kidding, bitch, and Starkiller Base. It just
Good scary planet. Like good scary ladies.
Wouldn't even be surprised.
I'm gonna be sad if someone else Seekai gets shot by Starkiller Base and we hear it scream in our minds.
That doesn't happen.
Yet.
Hey, hold on now. Leave something to the imagination.
The amount of things that have just gone wrong.
I mean, Tristan loves cause chaos, but only if it serves like for a good plot.
Exactly.
He doesn't wantonly just murder. That's your characters. and they're just the engine that Tristan uses to cause
Hey,
chaos.
it's just how it works, man.
That and loot.
No.
Hold on,
Really?
real quick. I gotta. Where'd it go? Oh, here we go.
In actuality, my characters don't have a bone to pick with loot anymore.
I think mine was the only one too.
So,
Well, I was like, loot never did anything like evil to any of my characters except for my one Jedi.
So you come across a green blue world, and it's not even in the star charts. And above the planet, where'd it go? I'm sorry.
Fish people,
Fish people.
blue planet, water, fish people.
No, that's the other side of the planet. Wrong way. Shit, where'd it go? That one. You see huge Mon Cala vessels, like a huge rebel-looking ships.
Finally!
Fish people.
And you immediately is like, identify yourselves or be destroyed.
Friends.
We have Leia's droids send out codes.
Good
Yeah.
scary
And-
planet sent us.
Yeah, the droids are just like, oh, and they're like, oh, get down to the planet immediately. And you come across, and so the planet has like so it's like, I was inspired by this vision in the Darth Vader comic where he sees Obi-Wan. So the landscape looks like this. So like you can see the stars and the planet.
Oh, is that where he goes to have Obi-Wan kill him?
And so that's what the planet looks like. And you see a big resistance headquarters just on the plains right there. And there's, ships landed nearby. I assume you want to take just the Croydon Drift down. You want to take the Venator down.
You might want to land the Venator for repairs.
Yeah. You need repairs.
Yeah. And they start getting to work on the Subjugator and the Providence to repair and all that. And so you head down with the droids, Tritiv, um, and you see that the ships from Fig's resistance cell is here.
This ship's alive or is he dead?
He is alive.
Well, we still think that there's a traitor among them.
We're about
We
to
need
tell
to
Leia.
talk to Leia.
Well, but that's among
The
the.
things we should tell her.
There's
Yeah,
also
There's two
Yeah.
traitors we know of.
Could be the
Possible.
same one.
Yeah, but would they have known where we were?
Possibly. First Order knew where we were.
the First Order was tracking our fleet after Fig split off from us. So
But they were also tracking us before.
It could have been
Yeah.
the tracking device was left with our fleet.
So you come down and you meet an older-looking woman who has this very bright, very light blonde, almost white hair, and with her is a young man about in his 20s, looks like, with also similar hair, and they kind of look like they could be related.
I also made Phasma's helmet into a hat.
Oh my god. Okay, how does that work?
I made string, put it around. I don't know. It just works.
You just straight it up. Okay.
It's a hat.
Okay.
Straight.
it looks like
Um,
when one of those kids is wearing a bucket as a helmet.
and so,
Yes.
all right, Buckethead. And so the
Yeah,
woman
extra foot of
greets herself. She says she is former Senator Don Crystal of Naboo, and this is her son, Ashton Crystal, and they're part of the Resistance. And they
Not a
ask,
scary lady.
who you guys are,
Drifters.
huh?
Just
And
like
what is a
like,
drifter?
Just like space
Drifter.
operas.
We
And they see the flaming vinegar coming down. Ah.
It's the Carillion drift.
That's part of the Krellian drift.
Oh,
We're-
which is also on fire. No, just kidding. I don't want to.
We are attempting to help in the Resistance and join it. We have been causing trouble for the First Order.
So we've heard on the HoloNet.
Technically, we are recruits, so.
Yeah, we are recruits.
Okay.
Fig knows us.
Yeah.
Oh, right, Vice General Fig. Okay, excellent. He said that he would hope you guys would get here.
Important news for General Scary Lady Leia.
Right. Leia is right now in a very important meeting, so you'll just have to wait. Why don't you guys get settled in and whatnot now, since you are part of.
Do we want to just outright say Armendel's gonna be attacked?
No, we need to
No.
tell Leia.
We should talk to
And
Leia.
also,
and I would like
before we tell Leia that, I want to confirm with her that if Fulbus is actually a spy for her or not, because if she's not, then the whole attack on Ort Mandel is bullshit.
It might be a trap.
There's the thumbs go all over. I feel it.
My character just looks like, excuse me?
And
I have a vision from days of the past.
so, what kind of career? So now this is the. I guess not. I mean, if you finish the recruit training, you can go to the Age of Rebellion, whatever. But do you guys have any ideas where you want to help the Resistance?
I mean, given my skills, I either go into like the commander or soldier tree.
Soldier, heavy.
Engineer, scientist.
What are you thinking?
What kinds of crews are there?
All kinds.
Well, hold on, give me a sec.
There's pilot.
I'd either be good at like spying and espionage,
Yeah,
or like
So you go with
Spy.
the spy.
Or
the spy or the diplomat.
either that or like acquiring resources and stuff.
Yeah, give me a
Well,
sec.
that's not necessarily a career skill. So spy or diplomat would probably be your
give me a
best
sec.
bet.
I'll,
What are you thinking, Haley?
Is there like a special forces one or like?
Commando.
Yeah,
I think
that
would be
one.
the best. There's also a trailblazer, but I think that's just more scouting.
Yeah, no, not that one.
There's also sharpshooter, medic, heavy. I don't know what else. What are you thinking, Anya?
I'd be good with spying. Well, no, I wouldn't. Meant soldiering. Being a soldier, soldier would be the best bet for a Jedi who, and
Defender.
There's Ace.
So like a
the
soldier.
commander.
Okay.
These
Maybe
are-
medic.
That's
The
not what my
diplomat.
career skill said.
That's one of the. It's a soldier one.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you'll just have to look through the. I mean, it's not until you guys get through the recruit tree that you do that.
I'm working on it.
Diplomat or the spy general careers, probably what you want. And then there's the commander and then the soldier for, and then engineer for,
I'd probably go with engineer just to start them.
well, that's the general career thing, but,
Yeah.
and then there's the specialist and all that.
Going around on the HoloNet news, you guys are in earshot of that. You hear all sorts of things. The Chancellor is defending the First Order after a mass shooting where it was a First Order sympathizer. There's a massive hunt for a Venator.
Oh no.
Raxus is in full revolt against the First Order. The officials on Scustal have been arrested for falsely claiming that there's resistance on the world. So remember when you guys went there, you're like, hey, can we talk to you? And they're like, hey, we alerted the First Order so we could talk. They all got, a lot of government officials got arrested. Rothana has supported the First Order, and the Hat Movement has spread to Felucia. So that's some stuff.
Still have 13 things left to go on the recruit tree.
Oh, I still have an entire, like, lower levels.
I have so much to do in it. Exactly.
So this might also be a good way to figure it out. But how the Second Rebellion works is that it's the High Ambassador, which is Leia. There's the Ambassador of the State, which is
Nabuchik.
yeah, and then it's the War Council, and then so some of these figures are Lady Marimel, which you remember her from the Jedi campaign. She was one of the Aristocrats on Fondor.
The one that Zach tried to bone?
Yes.
That he did end up boning?
Yes.
He's the one that got
Braffalo Zug, the Shevin who used to work with the Black Sun, who helped you guys with the hut handling and stuff. And General Eric's, which is a Harch general that you guys rescued on Ando in the Jedi campaign. So, just some of that. So there's 7 categories, essentially, of how it operates. There's the Science Corps, there's the Army Command, there's Industry and Resources, there's the Fleet Command, there's Intelligence, there's Propaganda, and there's Ordnance and Services.
Son, not you.
So,
You monster.
just to let you know on that. Yeah. And Dawn returns back, and she's like, "I'm sorry, Leia has a very busy day today. She has a lot more meetings. Do you have a data pad with information that you need to speak with about urgently?"
No, we just need to see.
No,
were
we
told
were.
to speak directly to
Or
her.
in person? Okay. I'll let you guys know as soon as possible. For now, relax, enjoy the base. Welcome to the Resistance. And I think we'll end it there.
Ah,
Whew. That's gonna be 40 XP.
40.
Alex, you get an extra 10 for killing Phasma. Haley, you get an extra 10 because I like the idea of you seeing loot, immediately throwing a thermal detonator, running around, stealing the Rancor, and eating out of
I
there.
still have that Rancor.
I know. I find that amusing.
Are you gonna sell it? Are you gonna figure out how much it's worth, or what are you doing? with
It.
Oh, I can't sell it until
40.
I find somebody who wants it.
That's fine.
Loot would probably.
I know a guy.
Hate loot.
He was actually going out and looting it.
Gave me a good price for it. I'd sell it.
Gosh.
Try and do, like, some mechanic shit to, like, take apart Phasma's helmet, like, just make it into, like, a breastplate.
I don't think there'd be enough for a breastplate.
Especially your breast.
true.
All
I'm a big dude.
right, so here's how the scale works. Neighborhood scale. You have influence with a particular neighborhood of a city. Local gang leaders, local union representatives, and even alliance recruiters are hesitant to meet with you. 1 is city scale, so in a single small city. 2 is minor planetary influence. 3, minor planetary leadership, minor system command, key planetary influence, key planetary leadership, multiple system command, regional leadership, galactic experts, key galactic figures. So we'll see how far you guys get. So yeah, excellent. We did it, guys.
Question.
Answer.
Conflict.
Right. I'll just say a 3 because I feel like at some point you try to be like, no, don't kill him, and then they kill him.
N. So I got 7.
7, yeah. Woo!
I'm at 58.
They also, Next week's session is a little short. I gotta
Beef it up.
beef it up a little bit. Little heads up. Oh, I guess I'll just say
Is
next
there a
week.
time limit until I pay loot? Before
Not that you would
We'll he'll be in contact this week. How about
15.
I might have to accept it.
Yeah. Just 1. I can't use you against us, and I'm not gonna freaking shoot you.
next week is gonna be fun, I think.
I mean, yeah, we get Zach back. Possibly. Screw it.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna slowly at least get 1 thing every week with the in the universal tree.
I'm very much working towards getting through it, so I don't have to remember it.
So
That's a lot.
I'll just do a little heads up for next week. You do get a hologram of Leia, and she says she apologizes that she can't meet with you guys right away. And she appreciates that you have intel and help. But because of how much of a massive fleet and army they have on this planet, she wants to start dividing up forces. And since you guys have been handling yourselves these last couple months, she wants you guys to look for a resistance base somewhere to.
Before we give her the information we have?
I mean, it's her fault if she doesn't want our info about
She's
the traitors.
she's busy right now. She can't meet with you right away. But she does want you as soon as she's like, you guys are literally priority number 1 as soon as she's available. But she's gonna suggest to you guys that we need to start building up support across the galaxy. And so basically next week you guys are to find a sector or a planet to start a resistance cell on.
Okay, so it's gonna be a longer term thing starting next week.
Yes.
Can
Not
we find
just-
Xenomys?
No, you're not using him. Yeah, that's already ruled out.
You got it once.
Okay, so
Who rolled for loot to appear? Or was that just
Whoever got a 13, I think.
Mine was Phasma.
I think that was me. Hey, don't blame me for getting into
I think I was originally gonna have loot on the space station with the prisoners, but then you guys are like, but then David's like, I want to go to Belsavis, and I'm like, that's a perfect place for loot.
Well, it's like I could get money there so I can
Pay him.
pay him. Save my people.
Hey, you gave him 4 credits.
It's a start, is it not?
I
And
gave
I
him
still
5
failed
and we
with-
threw 1.
I'm
Try
assuming
to.
the one that you
You
threw
did
away
it.
doesn't count.
Who's the poster friend?
Huh?